Thank you for the great introduction. This is MNC Mornings, episode number 5, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it
number
is 5.
5. Good. And we're sorry we're a little bit late. Things are kind of hectic. I originally didn't even think that we'd be able to do a show today because I didn't get my power back until last night. So it's actually just incredibly lucky that things worked out. I was like, oh, man, this is going to suck if I can't do a show. But as you guys know, I live in Florida, and we had that hurricane kind of come by and knock out power, and it was just a pretty big mess. And but welcome to the show, man. We got a lot of cool stuff to talk about, and thank you guys for checking it out. Thanks, Jay, for the great intro and things like that. We were like, of course we throw this at Jay. I was like, well, we're just gonna, we're not gonna play the whole intro today. We'll just go into it. Then me and Mooch start DMing each other back and forth. Next thing you know, a whole intro plays. So it's all
I'm
good.
glad, actually, in the long run. I want to reiterate what you just said, Crap. A lot of our fans and yourself included and other YouTubers that we know were involved with the Hurricane Matthew situation. And, we kind of followed it up here in the Northeast because we all have friends, a lot of friends in Florida, et cetera. And I'm glad you guys made it out all right. I'm glad it was taken down from a level 4 to a level 3, which doesn't mean that it was nothing. By no means. It still caused major power outages, but it seemed that luckily not many lives were lost or anything of that nature. I know some were, but it's devastating. I'm shocked we're actually doing the show, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's definitely it's interesting. I'm happy that we're able to actually pull this off today, and it's very nice. And I just want to say one thing. Like, a lot of people message me like, here's the thing: my phone died, my charger broke, there was nothing was open, you couldn't find anything, nobody had anything, so I was basically cut off from the world. When I did get it back last night, finally where I could charge it up and stuff, everybody, I had just all these messages and stuff, and people really kind of worried and stuff about me. And that's really cool because, like, I was worried about people too. Like, if you guys don't know, like, Fox lives in Florida, She-Wolf, GKB, there's a lot of people that live in Florida. Brutal, all these people live in Florida and were affected by this stuff. And so you actually genuinely worry about these people, and they worry about you. So that's really a good feeling. That's one of the things, again, as being part of the Xbox community, makes me really happy about. You know what I mean? I'm very thankful for that, and I'm glad that everybody that I've talked to was okay. I mean, there's still some people without power and stuff, so I actually feel kind of fortunate. But yeah, I appreciate all the well wishes, and I'm glad that everybody else is okay too that I've talked to. And I think that sets apart this community, man. Like, I'm digging it. You know what I mean? Like, it's always so funny to me, Mooch, because like this past week, have you ever seen this? And I'm sure you have. And I know I'm talking a lot, but I haven't done a video for a couple of days.
No, it's okay. Get it all out, buddy. I've been going nonstop. I could use a break.
Yeah. So like, when we've all seen this, where people are like, well, there's bad people on both sides. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, and whenever I look at my side, I never see people doing the death threats or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm just see like genuinely good people. People that can take things a bit too far, but never that far. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm always happy that, whereas in the Xbox community, there's such a great community. You know what I mean?
And don't get me started, Crap. I just want to compile a little bit on top. That's something that I've talked about many a times on BGST. I've talked about it on Xbox Nation and Crossfire. To be honest with you, that's the one thing that still rattles me and makes me scratch my head till I bleed. I don't understand how people group us into a certain category when we never do anything that is harmful or anything of that nature. If and when we do anything, it's a joke, and the joke is tasteful. It's never anything awful. On the other side, there's just mass like insults. Even this morning, things are going back and forth on Twitter with certain people from the PlayStation side that are just brutal. They're brutal folks. But like you say, we have something on this side that we won't let that infiltrate. They try to continuously try to get in and harm us in certain ways. But the best part about it is, I say it all, you guys are all out there, do it this morning, do it tomorrow, do it as frequently as you want, block them all, let them all know that their voices can't be heard. It's the number one way to actually harm them is by taking away their voice.
Exactly. So, and then they hate it. Like you said, like, even though people will say, well, they'll just go ahead and make another account, but that's not the point, to be honest with you. These people strive on doing things under their main account.
Yeah, they thrive on becoming a name, right? This is anything in life. It doesn't matter if you're talking about your career or you're just being a troll. You thrive on creating a name and then bringing that name to the top in some category, one way, shape, form, or another. Once you remove that top category, it doesn't matter if they come back next week with a sock account. First of all, you'll block that one too, but then they only have 5 followers and no one's reading what they're writing. So take their voice away, everybody in the Xbox community. Don't follow these people. Block them all. They're all really, really awful people. They have nothing to do in their lives. They're probably all at home doing nothing. They don't work, and they're just here to bug us all. So, but I think, I unfortunately turned it into one of those situations. But what Crap was talking about, getting back into a positive light, is the Xbox community is an amazing community. Not just all the amazing codes and giveaways we get from that are donated to M&C Mornings, which we always let everybody know.
That stuff.
Yeah, I mean, me and Crap, when we started this show, we've allotted a certain amount of funds and money to go towards giveaways, and it's just been so gracious. And we make sure that everybody that does donate, unless they tell us otherwise to keep them an alias, we always let them know and promote their Twitter or YouTube channels, because rightfully so, that's deserved. The pouring in of amazing gifts and giveaways have been insane. So thank you to everybody in the community. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's pretty kick-ass, man. It's awesome, and I'm very thankful for you guys. So yeah, it is. It's really good time, man. I'm just happy, and I wish I felt. I kind of felt bad because I do like content every day, and I missed a day. And I don't know. That feels weird, right? You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know.
You missed Gears weekend too, Crap. A lot of people think that I have like a Crap Gamer bat phone. So people are writing me all weekend. They're like, hey, what's up with Crap? What's going on with Crap? Does he got power? Ask him this, ask him that. I'm like, I can't talk to him either. I would assume that we kind of spoke real quick when you had told me on Friday that your power was out. Yeah. And I figured I couldn't keep going back and forth with you, because if your power's out, that means you can't recharge your phone either.
Yeah.
So I'd say communication was kind of cut off until late last night.
Yeah, it was. And then I was able to charge it up, and I talked to you, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Because not only that, but I have Mafia 3. Like, there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to play, and then it's like when you have no power, and it was like humid as hell, and it's just hot, and it was gross, and you know what I mean? It's just like I didn't sleep for like 36 hours. And so yesterday I charged up my phone. I was like, okay, I'm all right, everybody. And I crashed. I was out until this morning.
Well, did you get a chance to, and this is awful. Here I am. I'm going to be one of those people have you gotten a chance to play anything at all, Crap, or no?
No, not yet. I played Mafia 3 for about 10 minutes, and then the power went out. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my question. I want to do a shout-out to Dealer Gaming. Dealer did a initial thoughts review, which I caught this morning, but there was so much banter going on the past 24 hours on Twitter that people are kind of criticizing Mafia 3. But the criticisms that are coming in on Mafia, I don't think warrant the remarks being made. I'm hearing some technical glitch issues, but that's about it. That's something that can be fixed in a patch. I mean, Fallout 4 sold like hotcakes, Crap, and Fallout 4 was a mess at launch.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I played the first mission, like the opening thing, and it's really all the music. I have to say, it kicks off with Jimi Hendrix. You know what I mean? It's just the music is in your face right from the start. I really liked, their take on it. There's a good take on the whole racial issues. It's turbulent. You have all that stuff. It's really, really well done from what I played. The story, your character is half Italian, half black, you know what I mean? So it's a really but he looks black, so it doesn't matter what the other half is, because people treat him like he's black because he's half, you know what I mean? Because he looks that way. So it really goes out on the social aspects as well. Yeah, there's a lot of.
You can tell that was done deliberately too.
Yeah,
they wanted to bring that up in this game, which is awesome. It does bring that's why the whole slogan is it's not the family's not who you're born into, it's who you die for.
Yeah, and as far as I could tell, it looks really good. The setting of New Orleans is really a good one.
It is.
The Mardi Gras stuff going on. There's the swamps and gators. You can get eaten by a gator. You can feed bodies to a gator. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really cool. The world is pretty open. You can I guess you can set up your own kind of sub people to run rackets and stuff for you. It's to me it's really in depth. So far it handles really good. Like I said, I was probably only 15, 25 minutes into it, but I was ready to get back more into it. I thought it was really good.
I was talking to Tim Dog this morning, and we were just bullshitting back and forth about non-gaming related subjects. But Tim just tweeted out that he just caved and bought Mafia 3.
Yeah, so, I could say that's going to be a good purchase just from what I played so far. You could just tell, the story is really good. I think that everything is really good. People are going to be really impressed with this game. I think it's one of those games that's going to be really, and it's one of those single player games that we don't see a whole lot of. So I'm really happy with that so far, you know what I mean? I think it's awesome. So, yeah.
No, most definitely. I definitely can tell you this much. It's on my list of things to buy. The thing is, right now with Forza 3 and Gears 4, Once I beat the Gears 4 campaign a few times, I'm going through it pretty steadily right now. But when I get done with that, I'll probably want to play it one more time through. When I play it one more time, then I'll probably pick up Mafia in a week or so. I was going to pick it up day one, but I'm like, really, it's just going to sit there.
Obviously, yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, and you were right, man. Again, you were like, all these games come out one after the other, and then you just move on to the next. Like, I'm not even completely done with the stuff that I was going to do on Forza. You know what I mean? I'm not even done 100% with Recore.
And that's what kind of is great, but the problem is it's not 1985 anymore. Back in the day, crap, we would have got a game like Forza, and that game would have lasted us probably the rest of 2016,
Yeah.
Now it's like you're only getting a week and a half, and unfortunately life and other things kind of occupy our time. So we don't get to spend, there are some people that get to spend 10, 12, 15 hours on a game in one sitting. Like, that doesn't really happen for me. If I was ever in the gaming industry, it would. But other than that, it doesn't happen. So all those things combined, here's the good news. Here's for the people who haven't bought Mafia 3 yet, and you're waiting, you're not waiting for any deliberate reason. You're just waiting because you're playing Forza and Gears. If Mafia happens to have a piss poor, sales week this week, you could probably expect maybe a 20% discount in 2 to 3 weeks. So, they'll want to knock that puppy down to $39.99 or $44.99 just to spark some enthusiasm in the consumer.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the game so far. I'm excited to get back into it.
I think it's great, and I don't own it, but I've been just watching so much film on it. It looks great.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that series to begin with. So obviously, when they come out with the new one, next generation, I'm all in for it. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I'm excited to kind of get back into it. But again, today might not be a day where I get to play anything because it's like we have BGST tonight, and then there's football on today, and like I'm still tired as hell. You know what I mean? So
well, I'm not gonna lie to you. My Giants aren't on until 9:00 tonight. So basically, there's a good chance I'll be playing some games because I can just snap. Whatever CBS or Fox is covering because I'm definitely interested for my fantasy, but I could have an iPad up and just keep an eye on my fantasy. I think the Ravens are playing. Are they the 1 o'clock?
They're playing at 1. Yeah, they're playing the Deadskins.
You guys will have a field day with them. What I was going to say to you was I think you're Baltimore. Baltimore and the Giants are both. I think they're older. You're an older team too, right? Like we are. Don't you have a lot of, or is it a newer age team?
It depends. Like there's a couple of older guys, but mostly there's a lot of really new guys.
No, I meant the team itself. I meant just the history.
It's only 20 years, I think.
Okay, the reason. Well, listen, this is what somebody told me. Here's what I'm alluding to in case the audience is scratching their head. The New York Giants are a very, very old franchise in the NFL. They've been around since one of the very beginning teams, right? So one of the things I've heard through the grapevine is people go, why are Giants games predominantly, except for our prime time shows, we're always on at 1 p.m. on Sunday? Main reason being is since they're one of the older teams, they have the 1 o'clock because like their ticket holders are all like older people. Yeah, and they want to catch the games at a more prime time for them, which is 1 p.m. Like senior citizens don't want to watch a football game at 9 p.m. that goes until like 12:30.
Well, it could be because even though the Ravens, they were an expansion team in like '96, but the Colts are old garb. Yeah,
that's what I meant. Yeah, the Baltimore Colts. Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that like that, so they play a lot of 1 o'clock games as well. Also, like on the East Coast, I noticed a lot of West Coast teams play like the 4 o'clock stuff, which is, I guess, like earlier for them. But yeah, the Ravens mostly play 1 o'clock unless it's like, it's weird because they put on some crap teams on Thursdays and stuff now. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, there should be some prognostication when it comes to that, how they do that. Like, I realized the Ravens didn't have a good record last year, but that was an anomaly. Most years they're going to rebound and come back and play strong. So I wish they'd have a little bit more like, a little bit more as far as that's concerned, like the prime time stuff. Like I love to see that. You know what I mean? It's like most now so far all their games are early. And like last week was a bit of a heartbreaker. I mean, they played like crap and lost by 1 point.
Yeah. The Giants have had 2 stinkers in a row, so I'm hoping they rebound in Green Bay, a game that means something. So we'll see what happens. But go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you were talking about, I'm a little bit out of the loop because I'm just now getting to check the internet. Like when I got home, I rebooted my computer, and you're like, this Amy Hennig stuff. So I was like, well, what happened? So what exactly did she say?
Well, here's the deal, the long and the short of it. We had some amazing just back and forth on Crossfire this week. We missed you on there, crap. But let me tell
Yeah,
you
I miss
something.
being on there, man. I was like, damn it. I try not to miss those shows, man, but this
No,
one
it's
was
not
just
your
one
fault,
that
man. No, it's not
yeah.
your fault at all. My God, no. I mean, the thing is that so Amy Hennig basically come out, and I'm paraphrasing here. She said something along the lines of, boo-hoo and feel bad for the developers. Sometimes she's working 80-hour weeks. Sometimes she has to deal with top-notch Oscar-winning composers, and then she has to go back to her office and write and write and write. And I personally have zero compassion for somebody that says things like that. And listen, here's the thing. I respect her. I think her work is amazing. But at the same time, if she's at that point in her career where she's established enough to where this is becoming a nuisance, pass the baton. Give it to somebody who's 21 and hungry, somebody that wants to write something new so these games don't feel so the same all the time. That's the problem. It's the same thing that, and I'm not going to bring this back to football again, folks, but every time a coach gets fired in football, he just gets hired somewhere else in football. You know what I mean? Like Chip Kelly, you are awful. You're terrible. You drove the Philadelphia Eagles into the ground. The San Francisco 49ers are like, we'll hire him. And I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened here? And it's the same thing that happens in the gaming community a lot of times. The minute somebody gets canned because they didn't perform in one company, another dev is like, well, we'll take them. You know, it's like, well, it doesn't really happen like that in the real world. You know what I mean? Like in the real world, when somebody gets fired from, let's just be typical, like completely standard. If someone gets canned at Walmart and it goes on their record why they got fired, they were this, they were that, they were this, they were that. Well, guess what? Target doesn't want them because they're like, we're the same store. I don't want whatever you did over there that Walmart thought was awful, like what you're going to do over here. But I don't understand the same thing here. So Amy Hennig leaves, gets canned, whatever it is from Naughty Dog. Well, like then Visceral Games, like we'll take her. Like, yeah. Why? Whatever she was doing wrong that pissed off people over there, she's probably going to do over here. And but by her comments, I think that's where a lot of this is speculation, and maybe she was just having a bad day. Okay, but my point is, I don't like hearing people that have a dream job for others complaining about their job. I don't like hearing about pro athletes complain about their jobs. I don't like hearing when Tom Cruise complains about his job. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't like.
That craft services table didn't have enough free crap on there for me to eat. So damn it,
you know
they
what
didn't have enough red M&Ms. They put blue M&Ms in there. Damn it. You know, like I can. I'll take it one step further. I don't like people complaining about any job. I mean. Like here, the power company, right? They're like, well, like because I live out in the country, so it's like a smaller power company, and they're like, yeah, well, we're calling it for the evening, and it was like at 5 o'clock on Friday. They're like, it's a little bit too dangerous, but you look around, all the major power companies had people working 24 hours.
Right.
My power company's like, yeah, we're calling it a day. And I'm like, stop. You know what I mean? This is what you guys are supposed to do. Like, you guys there's elderly people around here that have like equipment, like oxygen and stuff. There's animals. I was like, you guys need to go out there and do your job. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what your job is, I realize not everybody has a great job, but still, if you're paid to do something, you should do it.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand. And the other thing is then get some new blood in there. Get some new people. Like, if you don't want to do it, I'm sure Amy Hennig is completely set for life. I mean, you don't make 3 games in the Uncharted series and be sitting so high up and you're starving to death at home.
Yeah.
I mean, she's doing fine. She can go do something else. She was saying this is why AAA games are going by the way the dodo bird. And basically that, a lot of these top-notch developers are now making, like, indie games and, like, that Jaffe guy. Now he's making drawn together.
That guy ain't doing nothing, man.
He's not doing anything.
But, hey, this is what I'll say, right? Big deal. We're not even 3 years into this cycle yet, and we're getting lots of games now, right? So I agree. Maybe at first we were lacking on games. Well, not really on the Xbox side. They really, looking back, it's hard to complain. I mean, they launched with a great lineup, and then right away we got Titanfall within the first couple of months, Plants vs. Zombies. We had a good amount of stuff to do. I mean, there was a couple of droughts here and there, but now it seems like there's almost too many games to play, and you know what I mean? And so, again, you were right on the ball with that, man, and I'll give props where it's due. You were like, you were digging this generation like before me. Like for me, I was like, well, the 360, and you're like, well, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. You know what I mean?
The thing with the 360 was this, like, we sat there and I've watched a lot of different documentary types that have gone through and showed where the 360 started, when it got hot. Okay,
3 years in.
3 years in.
Xboxes, yeah.
Right, exactly. So 3 years in, it got hot, right? Which is great. That's great. And then, if you remember, leading up to 2012, right, up until 2010, 2011, 2012. I'm not gonna sit here and say they were bad years. They weren't, but you could see they were starting to look into going to the next generation, which was Xbox One and PS4, and everything just kind of slowed down to just your typical game. Even PS3 didn't have much. Ni no Kuni was one of the big releases in 2011 or 2012. Yeah. And honestly, no offense, but who gives a shit?
I didn't. I remember I used to get the Game Informer magazine, and they're like, we've got 4 distinct covers out this month. I got the Ni no Kuni covers, this little kid with a stick. And I was like, I was like, man, I could have got a cover of a good game, and I get the stupid Ni no Kuni one. Because sometimes they do really good covers, and you can frame them or whatever, like the Halo ones or whatever.
Absolutely.
Those are really good. So, but this was just I'm like, man, that's garbage. I think I put that one in the bathroom so I could look through it when I was taking a shit. So just to be honest with you, I don't give a crap about those games. You know what I mean? But I do want to remind everybody that phone lines are open on Skype, MC Space Mornings, and you guys can call in. Also, we're giving away a 3-month Xbox Live card this week, thanks to J. Dot, and his Twitch address is right there in the description. I want to thank him and shout him out for doing that. Go check it out and subscribe and check him out. He's an entertaining guy. He does giveaways like this all the time. So he said he's going to hook us up with different codes every couple of weeks. And I said, hey, we'll help promote him, and he helps promote us. So it works out well. We also have what else do you got to give away, Mooch?
I've got 2 more $10 Microsoft gift cards, which I'm going to do one this week. We'll do one next week again. Courtesy and thanks to Matty Beastfire. Got to always say thanks to Matt.
Yeah,
Matty's not just a contributor, but he's a supporter of us. He listens to every podcast. And then I also have Gears 3, Gears Judgment, and Gears, original Gears to give out codes for. And as we release those, I'll be thanking those people that donated those.
Yeah. Just so you guys know, the phone lines are open, but we're actually going to take a voicemail because Jay Williams said so. So what do we got, Jay? We got a voicemail queued up?
Yeah, we got a voicemail from Sergio.
Okay.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. Mocha360 here, huge fan. I have a question for Crap. I know he likes physical discs. What would you think if in the future Microsoft starts doing still the physical discs at GameStop, but inside having a code, just like they do with the movies, where you have that code to use on iTunes or Hulu or Cinema Now? I mean, for fans like me, I would still keep my physical copies, but I would take fully advantage of having digital. Thank you, guys, and I'm looking to win that Xbox Live code as well. Thank you, guys.
Well, that was a really good question, actually. He basically asked, would I like it if they still had the physical discs, like you could get a case, but inside was a code to download the game? I'd actually think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, pardon me, Crap. You know what I'm trying to do here? I never really get a chance to hang out with the fans in the chat. What was his question about physical?
He asked me, you can chime in too. He goes, how would you like it if Microsoft did something like this where because he knows I like physical discs, he goes, where you could buy the case, but inside the case or whatever was a digital download code. And I'm
listen,
cool
you know what?
I think that's cool.
I know you're for it, and don't get me wrong. I kind of get that. I do kind of get that, but I'm going to go one step further. Microsoft promised us something just before launch, and this is the whole thing.
I love that idea.
Yeah, I would so be into this. I want to go. I still want I do still want the physical disc, but I want to be able to play it digitally after. I want to take it just like any other disc, right? You go buy Microsoft. If you go buy Microsoft Windows anything on disc in a store, which is hard to do right now, but you put it in, download it, and then you're done with the disc. You take the disc and use it for pull and just shoot it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. My point is I wanted to be able to get the disc, put it into the Xbox One, let it download, and then I don't need it anymore. The disc is pretty much just for keepsake, right?
Yeah.
It's the best. But at the same time, that's happening anyways. I don't see why we can't do that. Is it, people are scared of DRM or whatever? You're DRM anyway, people.
It is. Here, honestly, whenever I hear that word DRM, I'm like, oh, you don't like DRM, huh? How's that? Let's see how anybody does with their console offline. These things have huge day one patches. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot of games, Destiny, The Division. Oh, we got a phone call.
Nice.
MC Morning. What's up?
Pull up to the second window.
Yes.
Morning, fellas. Thanks for having me on. for another weekend. I mean, I'm sorry, Sunday morning. This is Dirk Griggity. Hey, first off, I'd like to tell you guys did a great job of picking K Mega for like the newest member of BGST. That guy's pretty good, man. The guy's pretty good. So that's a good pick, I should say. What I wanted to ask you guys, earlier this year, or was it late last year, Phil had mentioned how he didn't want to do a .5 upgrade, a half-ass upgrade, and obviously, boom, they announced the Scorpio. I also remember him saying something about that he want to have upgradable consoles. Do you think it's possible the Scorpio might be an upgradable console? That's it, fellas. Thanks.
What Griggity, man? He's becoming a weekly caller. We're gonna have to give him like a nickname or something.
Yeah, no, most
definitely. He is. You know what? Yeah, K Mega is an awesome addition to BGST. First of all, I don't want to say that we were actively looking for someone, but we had talked about it.
Yeah.
But we were like, we didn't want to just hold open tryouts or anything like that. So what happened is we just bring people in randomly. K Mega popped in and he really clicked, and everybody was like, "Dude, K Mega, he's the guy." You know, he's not replacing Showstopper or anything like that.
Show's very much still with us. We needed to have, you know, here's the thing, guys. BGST is going on 2 years strong, you know, and to have 5 people constantly that live all over the U.S., you know, get together. We've done a hell of a job to keep that together. It's just that it's hard with scheduling. Like, stuff comes up, you know. I mean, sometimes we just have family over. You have this and that, and you just can't get to it. Remember, we do this stuff. You know, people joke and play about YouTube and this and that, but we don't make like the money you make on it it's kind of comical. If I told you what we all made, you could do a comedy show on it. It's not a lot of money. So the point of the matter is like when people have family over, especially I can speak for myself, and I have like something going on, I'll have to say sometimes every once in a while, I'm like, I can't make it tonight, guys. The key thing is that it's hard to just say, well, we'll just find a replacement. You know, BGST's become more of like a family thing. So like we speak to each other all week long. We've got our own DM that we all kind of chat within. Sometimes it's just, you know, even personal shit we get into, you know, I mean, we talk about all kinds of things on that DM. So my point being is just that when K Mega came in, we all kind of like, you know, we all got together afterwards and we were like, yo, that felt so natural. He felt like one of our brothers. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, this is somebody that I feel like we can just like shoot the shit with and be real with on all subjects. And we all agreed. And I had K Mega on Crossfire this week. And, you know, I mean, K Mega, he came in when he could. He got home from work. He came in when he could. And when he did, he lit it up. You know, so he did his job. He always does his job. He knows what he's talking about. That's the other thing, crap. He's well spoken and he knows what he's talking about. Yeah,
exactly. And that's exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. And then we're like, hey, we warned him there's going to be some weirdo stuff, and he's got some of it.
We don't need to rehash that. But remember, folks, when you're bored and you see the trolls, just block them all. But you know, getting back to Diggity's, and I'm giving him Diggity. I don't know if that was his actual.
That could be his nickname. We'll just call him Diggity.
Diggity. You know, you know what I mean? So like he's awesome, man. He calls every week. That's loyalty. You know, I'm 100% Italian. You just can't find loyalty. It's not easy to find these days. So I appreciate it. But he said about Scorpio. The thing about Scorpio being upgradable, and did you hear that too, Crap? Is that what his question was?
Yeah, that was his question.
I don't think so. I think what we're going to do is more of what you were saying now that we see the painting, you know, that Phil's kind of putting on the canvas here, is basically we're going to have an upgrade every, I don't want to say 3, but I would say 4 to 5 years. You're going to get some sort of a hardware boost. And the whole thing that Microsoft and Phil are trying to say is you don't have to if you don't want to. This is for the people that want to get the next greatest thing, the next graphical boost. If you don't want that, that's fine. Let's say Scorpio 2 comes out 5 years after 2017. Okay, you're in the 2022 area, and you go, look, I'm content. I like the way my games look. You can play on Scorpio 1. Others want to update to Scorpio 2. That's fine.
Yeah.
And I don't think Microsoft also has to mass produce Scorpios at a rapid amount either, so maybe they can keep their costs down.
Hey, look, there's K Mega right now in the chat. What's up, K Mega? He's doing really good job on BGST, man. I'm really proud of him.
K Mega's doing his rounds. He's almost like running for office. He's all over.
He's getting out. Well, what better time, man? And thanks to over 300 joining us, man. I'm really appreciative because, again, I didn't even know that this would, like last night, I'm like, yeah, it looks like we should be able to do the show.
Yeah, I wrote you. I said, crap, is it going to be Jay and Mooch in the morning? And you're like, no, I'll be there.
Yeah, I was like, I was surprised too. I was like, man, they better get this damn thing on, man. I'm dying to get in there and start talking some gaming and just kind of back to normal. Like today, you go out there and it's cooler than normal. It's like there's less humidity. It's a nice. You wouldn't even guess. Hey, we got a phone call. M&C Mornings. What do you want?
I love how you answer.
Hey, Crab, good to see you back on, man. Hey, this is Jeff Rodriguez again from Kansas City. Hey, I just wanted to say what's up, guys. And my question is more for Mooch this time. It has to do with the rumors being Destiny 2 coming to PC. Do you think we'll see the PC version go to Xbox and the PlayStation exclusivity fall away? And we know Crap's not really good at that game anyway. It's, you know, he just runs around and shotguns people in melee zone. But all pardon, kidding aside, Crap's good to see you back, man. Hope everything's good for you down there. You have a good day, guys. Bye.
All right.
Very, very nice call, man.
Pew, pew, pew.
He threw a couple shots, but then he threw in a compliment at the end there. Listen, I'll tell you right now, that's a great question, and I don't know if I have an answer for it. I can give you an idea or a hypothesis here. What I'm thinking is this. If Scorpio comes out, I've said this a number of times. I hope Phil's listening. Get that Scorpio out September 1st. Hear me out. Get it out before Destiny 2 comes out, because Phil has mentioned that Scorpio will be playing PC-type games. Yeah. So if we can get where Microsoft says, hey, look, our hands are in the air. We're just giving you this Scorpio box early. Can you make Destiny 2 so that it really, really ramps up and looks amazing on 4K here, just like you're going to do for the PC folks? That's all I'm asking. Not asking you to do any more or any less. You make your PC port, and we'll DX12 that motherfucker right to the Scorpio. You know what I mean? Like, you just give it to us, and we'll take it from there. If that happens, that's a game changer, because the PS4 Pro can't do that. It won't be able to do that. So do I think it'll happen? I don't really think so. That's me wishful thinking. Yeah. I think it's just going to be, I think at best we're going to see a 1080p 60 experience, which is nothing to sneeze at, by the way. It's nothing to sneeze at.
I agree, because you can do a lot of stuff as well. And look, I've heard from people that have played Destiny right now, upscaled on the S on 4K TVs, and they say it's gorgeous. So if you could do 1080p 60 on Scorpio or whatever, I think that's fine. You're going to get a mix of both. Maybe it'll be 1400 upscaled. You know what I mean? Right. Like it doesn't necessarily. I don't see why they wouldn't do custom resolutions on Xbox Scorpio games as well if they can. You know what I mean? Just whatever to get a steady frame rate and things like that. I think that'd be a good idea. But what is your thoughts on, like, doesn't it make it completely worthless to play Destiny 1 right now if you can't take your character?
Well, that's the question that Bungie has yet to answer. They said to us when this game started, it's a 10-year process, pardon me, and you'll be bringing your Guardian with you through this process. Yeah. So we don't know if that means we'll be able to pick one character and bring him up. Kind of like, well, listen, there's been 3 iterations, right? And there's always new people joining Destiny. So what they've been doing, Crap, is they've been giving a spark. Okay, they call it spark. In this latest iteration in Rise of Iron, with that spark, you're one character. You can pick any character you want. You get one. They'll bring you to, I think it's level 40 and a light of 300. I don't know if the light thing is true. I have yet to use my spark because my characters are fairly high. But nonetheless, I just, that's a way for Destiny 2 for them to say, okay, we're going to let you bring that one character with you, your main character, but everybody else that wants to join basically will be right there with you. Will you have all the same cool gear? Not yet. But Crap, if you join at Destiny 2, you may still be able to. They're not going to leave anybody out. They want new people. So that spark has allowed people that are new to the game to come into it. As far as, are they, I don't know. They may just say, sorry, that's where that Guardian ends and this is where this one picks up. But you're going to piss off the whole fan base. Yeah.
I think that would definitely be a situation where that would piss everybody off. It's like, maybe that'd be like, I don't know, maybe you can't take your character over to you on PC or something, you know what I mean? I don't know, but to me it would be counterproductive to say, okay, all these people that we've basically that have stuck with us through really bad times and some good times on Destiny, now we're just going to say screw you. You know what I mean? You can't take your characters with you. I think that'd be bad business.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, Crap. I just can't see that would be a catastrophe.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm seeing someone in the chat say Microsoft has an event or Xbox event on October 26th.
Yes, that is confirmed, by the way. I see you saying, was it? I'm pretty sure that is.
I'm out of the loop, man. I haven't had any for days. So
yeah, I believe that's going on. Listen, I've had a lot of people DMing me in the past 2 days, Crap. And the word on the street is it is going to be an extravaganza of Scorpio news. So this is not a Phil Spencer. This isn't PSX, everybody, where you're going to see Fat Princess 2. Okay, this is actually going to be a Microsoft conference that's really, really warranted, and it's going to be a lot of questions answered about Scorpio. That's what I've heard.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. So I don't know. I mean, if that ends up being the case, who knows? But I'm definitely excited for that.
Hey, his name is Dirt Griggity, and he's like, I kind of like Diggity, though. He just tweeted it.
I love diggity, man. That shit, that works.
Yeah,
that works, man. I love it. And he's been calling since week 1. So
oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm very surprised with how good this show's flowing so far. All you lazy asses in the chat, like, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get them things cranked up. That's what I'm talking about. Let's hit. I know, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the likes back going, man. Like, when you don't have any content for a couple of days, I don't know. I'm raring to go, man. I just want to talk. And
hey, listen, by all means, Crap, take the mic today and run with it.
Well, somebody messaged me this. They go, "Hey, Crap, what do you think about this? PS4 sales up 380% on the back of, I guess, 149-pound bundles in the UK, right?
Yeah.
So those, I guess, back overtook the Xbox One."
Crap, are you there? Or Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think we lost Crap.
We may have lost Crap. Damn you, Hurricane Matthew. Well, I think what he was saying was basically, I did see that report too. There was numbers that kind of skyrocketed again in favor of PS4 when the Slim bundle dropped to 159 pounds or whatever that was. I don't know if it was 159 pounds or lira, whatever it was. I don't know. But anyways, long story short, that's a temporary jump. I think that, Jay, that's going to be something that's a little bit more along the lines of, hey, look, we're doing a huge sale. There's always a short spike. I think that's fine. If they want to keep that price low, well, I'm okay with that. But if they end up having it where, that price is just a 1 month, incentive deal, that's going to be a temporary jump in sales. The Xbox One S has the hardware, has the games. So I think the longevity of that is going to reach longer than a short sale. Now, if the PS4 bundle ends up being only 159 pounds, which I don't know what that translation is into American money. But, regardless, if it's something along the lines of where that stays at a low price, I think that could affect that. It could, but more Crap saying his mic is having a hard he said, take a voicemail or two. My mic is messed up. So, yeah, we could take a voicemail for sure, Jay, while we're going with that. But I wouldn't be alarmed if you're looking at Xbox trends. I think that slight price boost is only is temporary. I don't think that's going to be a long lasting price. I don't think Sony can afford it.
No, not at all. Okay, we have a voicemail here from Chris.
All right.
Hi, this is Chris Crusader here. A lot of people say they should have not used the Unity engine on Recore and used Unreal 4 instead. My question is, what happened to the Havoc engine Microsoft bought? Wouldn't that be better use? Love the show. Keep up the good work. See you later.
So, Crap, what he just asked basically was, he said,
can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, good stuff.
Yeah, no, good to have you back. The gentleman, Chris, that just called, he said, why is it that, Recore was getting a lot of slack for using the Unity engine? Why didn't they use Havoc? Different engines, blah, 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 blah. I don't think Havoc is actually, correct me if I'm wrong, Crap.
I think Havoc is a physics engine.
It's a physics engine.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that he's right with the fact that that they probably should have. I could imagine a Recore sequel using like Unreal Engine 4 or something. Yeah. And it being that much better. Unity is really a simple engine that people can use. Like, a lot of indies get made with that because it's really quick and fast to use, but it's not that taxing. It doesn't look like amazing or anything. So
right. I just think that, like, Recore was just something that Microsoft said, hey, this looks fun. We've got some great developers behind it. Let's throw this thing out into the wild and see if it grows legs. And if it does, then we'll throw some big bucks at it. This is going to be one of those situations where I think Recore 2 is going to be amazing. And, if we get that far, and it's based upon how people's reception is in sales, predominantly the Recore 1.
Well, what did you think about, look, Recore is getting its own line of like action figures and merchandise.
Right.
So I think that bodes well. It had a good price point. it had a few issues, but what was your thoughts? Like, I haven't really had a chance to talk to you about this.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer came out and said, hey, there's some bias going on with these reviews. Our games are getting reviewed lower. Look at Recore. It bums me out. Look at Forza Horizon 3. It's got a 91, and people are sitting there giving it a 4 out of 10. Obviously, there's something going on with these clickbait reviews. You know what I mean? So I would really love to know what your thought is on that, because I think it's great because, look, we've been saying this for a long time. Yeah. That there's obvious. I'm not saying every one of them is right, but there's obviously a different standard for Xbox games compared to PlayStation games. And when you look at Gears 4, for example, right, it got great reviews. I think it's at 85 Metacritic, 86, something like that.
Yeah.
That's great. That's coming off the back of a 91. How many other consoles come off back within 2 weeks of each other, release a 91 Metacritic AAA title, and then a 85, 86 Metacritic AAA title? Gears and Forza, I mean, those are fantastic scores.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So I think that it's really important to kind of let people know that there is something going on with that. Not only that, it validates us because you have the head of Xbox saying that, and then we get called tinfoil hat wearing conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is absolutely asinine. And now you have Phil basically confirming what we said. And look, you had No Man's Sky and Batman VR score just as high as Gears 4 on GameSpot.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Yeah, you can't do that. You know what I mean? You just can't have that situation. And we've been saying this for a long time. It is nice to finally see somebody, especially Phil, I mean, the highest you can go, from Microsoft starting to say what we've been saying for years. You just can't have – first of all, the game reviews. Someone said to me the other day, someone wrote to me on Twitter like, hey, Mooch, what was Gears 4 on Metacritic? And I wrote, who gives a shit? To be honest with you, who cares? Nowadays, I'm not saying you have to believe me or crap or BGST or Zaire or anybody else. You don't want to listen to us. Ask somebody in line. Ask somebody that's playing the game. Just randomly tweet out on Twitter, hey, I was thinking about buying – I said it the other day. I was like, hey – who has Mafia 3? I'm interested in getting it. Anybody playing it? Any thoughts? Listen to people who are playing it, people that don't get paid. These guys are all there for clickbait, okay? This is going on time and time and time again. It's almost like they pass the baton. Who gets to make the money this time? Because whoever clicks, whoever says the 7 or the 6 or the 5 or the 4 or the 2 out of 5 stars, they're the ones that get all the clicks for this entire 2-week span because they get the publicity, right? Yeah. So in this case, it's GameSpot. GameSpot gets 7 out of 10. Listen, everybody else is giving, something's wrong. 8.5, 8.7, 9.2, 9.5, 10 out of 10. These are the numbers that Gears 4 is getting across the board, and then 7.0. So something's wrong there, right? What is wrong with your job is to tell me the game is wrong. Tell me what's wrong about it. I
would love to hear some of the callers call in and let us know what they think about that too. Like MC Space Mornings, if you guys got a take on this. And it's interesting because one of the videos I did before the power went out was about how these scores work, right? Because if you're playing a game and you're for a major outlet like GameSpot, right? And you're like, damn, this game's a 9 or 10, easy. But what's going to distinguish my 9 or 10 review from everybody else's? Oh, I know. I'll give it a 7. And then I'm going to get the PlayStation fanboys clicking on it because they're going to be like, this is the true one right here. I'm more apt to believe this one. And you're going to get the Xbox fans damage control in it saying, oh, this is wrong. You suck. You know what I mean? You're going to get both of those things, right? So that's obviously why you do it. I mean, I'm sure that GameSpot review has a lot more views on it than, say, Ryan McCaffrey's, who, I think he gave it a 9 or something.
He gave it a 9.2, unless the number went up or down. It was last I saw IGN's was a 9.2, but it was in review until they could actually play multiplayer with the masses.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, from what I've heard, the multiplayer is really good. And
it's very good. So. I'm telling you right now, man, I have never been a Horde fan. I'm hook, line, and sinker. I played Horde the other night. Shout out to Bam Bam 1986. Noof Nukem will now be known as No Chills Noof. He's No Chills Noof. That man, he will say anything in the world that is anything that's on his mind comes out. So Bam Bam,
and about 50% of it is funny.
Yeah, you know what? Hey, look, you know what? You could say 50%, but the best part about now that he's No Chills Noof, it makes it all funny because now when he says something, you're like, man, that doesn't even go, but that's no chills for you right there. So shout out to Bam Bam who gave him that nickname. That's gonna stick to you there, buddy.
Yeah, I like the nickname. But yeah, so that's why that's why these sites do it, because you're a big site and you're like, okay, how can I distinguish mine and get clicks? There needs to be a better way for these people to get paid, I think.
Yeah.
Then like,
well, that's exactly it. That's what we have to do, right? Because it's happening in all industries. It's happening in what is it there? Movies. It's happening in games. It's happening in vehicles. People are just getting paid for clicks. So now it's like more in their interest to not tell the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, why would I tell the truth when I can make more money for just slightly skewing the truth? You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really a mess right now. It's a mess. And that's why I tell people, don't go by Metacritic. Don't go by reviews. Don't go by IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, any of them. They're all biased. They're all paid off. And I love the people who are like, I work for Giant Bomb. I don't get paid off. You get something. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's not in the form of actual American currency, but maybe it's in the form of a trip. Maybe it's in the form of a free T-shirt. Maybe it's in the form of a free television. I don't know what you get, but you get something. You get something.
Hey, Jay, do we have any more voicemails?
Yeah, we got one here from Sean.
Okay, well, let's hear one from Sean.
What's up, Crap Gamer and the rest of Xbox Nation? My name is Sean from Cleveland, Ohio. I never miss a show. Love what you guys do. Been around for a while. Keep up the good work, and you guys say it best. Xbox is the best box.
Yeah. Hey, Moose, do you like how he's like, what's up, Crap Gamer and the rest? It's like the Gilligan's Island thing before they changed it. Like, what's up, Crap and the rest?
And the rest.
Yeah.
There you go. But you know what's funny, too? I knew he was a crapaholic from his monotone voice.
Yeah.
What's up, Crap?
What's up, Crap?
And everybody else.
Yeah, and everybody else. How are you guys doing? Yeah. I wish the Crapaholics would get all like crazy and like, hey, what's up, MFers? Woo! You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the next Mooch Maniac that calls in will probably light himself on fire live.
Yeah, exactly. Also, when you guys hear a pony sound, that's your cue to call in and win a 3-month Xbox Live code. What's that pony sound like, Jay?
Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, your ultimate party pony.
Like,
what the hell? That was great.
That was the one I was expecting, but that one works too.
Jay Williams is a big part of this show, everybody. Just so everybody knows, we got to take a couple minutes. Jay works really hard every week I don't know. We promised you guys this week one, and it's happening live in front of your eyes and ears, is that it gets better and better every single week. Not only the mechanical issues that we work out before and just after the show, but the sound effects and the way that we just interact with the audience. So, Jay, that was awesome, buddy. Really, really good.
That was. So when you guys hear that, when you hear that sound, go ahead and call in MC Mornings, MC Space Mornings on Skype, and you'll win a 3-month Xbox Live code from our friend J Dot on Twitch. And again, you guys, go ahead.
The callers have to make sure that they tell me that they caught the pony before they can win.
Yes,
you heard it right there. That's the official ruling from Jay Williams. You gotta catch that before anything else. So hey, look, She Wolf, she's in the chat. What's up, She Wolf? Glad you made it out, even though you guys are like cleaning up after the mess and everything in Florida. I'm glad everybody's all right. You know, those things are always weird. You know,
it is actually, and I'll be honest with you, I felt bad because he's like, I'm cleaning up. I don't know what that means. They didn't send any pictures out, so I'm wondering if they got any water inside, or if that was any kind of.
Well, there's a lot of debris and stuff, is what happens. Like, there's a lot of debris, and that's basically the debris hits the power lines, and then like, you know, they got to cut the trees up and they got to cut the power so that they can do that. And it's like a lot of times that's what happens. Like maybe particularly where I'm at, there's not, or where somebody's at, maybe they wouldn't have lost power, but they have to turn off everybody on that grid so that they can like chop up a tree and then haul it away and then fix other people's lines. You know what I mean? Just because they're on the same grid or whatever. So like sometimes that's what happens. So I mean, hey, we got 350 plus watching us right now on a Sunday morning. That's awesome.
That's huge.
So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. So when you guys hear that pony sound, call in, tell us you heard the pony and you want that 3-month card. Thanks to our friend J Dot on Twitch. And again, if you guys want to subscribe to him, he's building up his channel. He's doing giveaways like this all the time. I linked it in the description, so go ahead and check that out. Absolutely. And actually, She Wolf helped with some drops. We might as well just play. I think, should we just play the drops, Mooch, just so everybody knows?
Yeah, Jay, do one drop. We'll take I like the drops. The way they were presented to me, crap, is in the future we want to do these drops as almost like a. And here's our. It's like getting.
It's a way to cover our asses, basically.
Just to cover.
Look. Basically, this is what happens, right? This show, it's fun. It's jokes. It's, you know what I mean. That's what it is. People get upset or whatever, and so that's what these drops are for. If we say something maybe a little controversial or something you don't like, we want to remind people that it's jokes, that it's nothing serious, and that it's just supposed to be for fun. So, Jay Williams, you got a drop that you can play for us?
You're listening to M&C in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually the joke's on them.
Love it. Love it. I love that because, look, it's just jokes, people, and we joke around with each other all the time. That's the show. You know what I mean? Like, don't get pissed off because we made a joke about the state you live in or the country you live in or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just jokes.
Yeah, see, actually, Jay actually said it best. That's what I was thinking. Jay just wrote me and you crap on the side. A lot of times when you hear those kind of breaks in radio shows, it's usually like, and now Moochie Crap will take a break, and then you do you do that, and then that's like an intermittent, gives you like a good 10, 15 second break. Yeah,
exactly. Or if you say something that maybe you don't agree with, like, hey, maybe we should cover our asses with that with that joke, dude. Dude just tweeted me. He loves the Wild Falcon. He loved the pony sound.
Yeah, he did. He just wrote me too. Listen, I got news for you guys. Everyone that's in the audience and listening, feel free to call in, guys. Like, I know that there's a lot of stuff. People say, well, geez, Mooch and crap, you guys are always asking people to call in. Let me tell you something. Every single time I get off of M&C Mornings, people, like, when we're gaming, people pop into my chat. They're like, I've been meaning to call you. We'll call. Like, just call and ask us the question. There's a lot of stuff that went on this week. There was a lot of controversy. There's the whole Amy Hennig thing. There was the Phil Spencer saying reviews are basically sometimes just done for clickbait. There's the whole Titanfall 2 thing, which, listen, we're not going down the disc path. That's different. Not about them putting it out on disc. It's just the rights and wrongs of marketing. A lot of things went wrong there. I think this is really going to burn Respawn. Everybody knows my point on that. But I think there's a lot to talk about. I think there's a discussion here. And
a lot of people were like maybe offended, and I know people probably know that there's a couple different people that were like, I'm a little bit ashamed to be an Xbox fan or whatever because people are pissed. Look, people can be pissed off about whatever they want to be.
That's right. They can be upset. It's fine. I'm not taking any jabs.
Hey, would Xbox be as good as it is if people didn't get pissed off about it?
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. Forget if you agree with me or not. That's fine. You don't have to. I've always said that. You don't have to agree with me. All I've ever asked is, I've had a lot of people tweet me and they go, Mooch, I don't agree with what you said, but I respect the way that you brought it up. My question is this. Even if you don't agree with me on the Respawn stuff, wouldn't you at least agree with me that Respawn did something that was out of contract or did something that was morally incorrect with millions and millions of dollars in a marketing deal with Microsoft? There's something wrong there. And I want to say one more thing, crap. Where's the gaming media? The gaming, quote, media, end quote. If you're the media and why am I reporting this? Why isn't Naomi Kyle right now being like, hey, everybody, it's IGN The Fix. We're looking into why Respawn decided to actually post a PS4 picture when they have a marketing deal. Then they could have reported back to us something along the lines of, well, look, we did some digging, we did some journalism, we did some homework, and we found out that they can do that. And then that's fine. But why is it that why am I doing the research that the gaming media is supposed to do? No, instead the gaming media is just really excited about the PSVR, and they're doing 3 or 4 different shows on VR and then showing everybody throw up into a pail. It's like, that's what they're doing, just promoting the same stuff they're pushing. Just keep that in mind, folks. That's all.
We got a pissed off caller. What's up, M&C Mornings?
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to say I really appreciate everything you do, and I'm really enjoying your content. This is Gabe from Pennsylvania. My question is, I recently purchased Forza Horizon 3 when it was on sale at Target. And I also wanted to go back and play Forza Horizon 2, though, because I just got into the series. And I was wondering if I go play Forza Horizon 3, will that spoil me and prevent me from enjoying Forza Horizon 2? Thanks again, and I really enjoyed content.
Great question. He's one of the guys that remember we did a show and we live tweeted that Target was doing a thing where you could get Forza Horizon 3 for $20, and a lot of people actually got it. So
yeah, well, let me tell you something. To answer his question, though, Crap, the answer you would think is no, right? Because it's a car game. You're like, no, it's a car game. You can't ruin 3. You can't ruin 2 by playing 3. I'm going to say yes. Don't play 2. Or play 2 first, but that's going to take away a little bit of your excitement jumping into 3. I've heard from people that are car enthusiasts that Forza Horizon 3 is so good, in their opinion. We know it's in our opinion, but in their opinion, it's so good that it shames how great Forza Horizon 2 is. So to answer his question, I think 3 does spoil 2. It doesn't spoil 2 like, oh my God, I didn't know in 2 I was going to have to drive around. Like, it's not a spoiler, but at the same time, 3 is so good, it's hard to go back to 2. I mean, would you agree with that, Crap, or do you think it's really just who cares?
Well, you know what? 3 is a lot better than 2. I will say that, but if you can get 2 and Storm Island, the DLC, and like the Porsche DLC, there's a lot of good content in that too. It's still a really good racing game. Not as good as 3, but those are probably 2 of the best racing games that you'll ever find. So, I mean, you got a hell of a deal on 3. You know what I mean? I was glad that you could get that because that is a killer deal, man. I paid $100 for mine. You know what I mean? Like, if I could have got I don't know, man. I got the steel book and all the VIP and car pass and all that. So I don't know, but
I ended up paying $40 for mine, but I got the regular. I didn't get you guys got the crazy, ultimate edition.
Well, thankfully Hellhammer got his digitally, so he could do the play anywhere, which, that really appeals to him, but not me so much. But that means that I don't need the disc to play mine. So
wait, so he plays a lot of times on his PC?
Well, he told me that I think he does sometimes. He just likes to option, I guess. You know what I mean? So I don't think that is that big of a deal. But he told me that Forza Horizon 3 was poorly optimized on PC. Like, even though his PC,
well, tell Hellhammer to try it again because I did hear that, but I've also heard now that that's been fixed.
Yeah,
I heard they went through and did something with that.
Yeah, like he couldn't run it any better or whatever, even though his PC is like much more capable than that. So yeah, I think that look, and that appeals to him or whatever. That's fine. I don't particularly care. Like, PC for me is never going to be a thing. But hey, Jay, do we have any more voicemails?
Yeah, let's hit a voicemail up or two.
Yeah, let's get it.
Sure, we've got a voicemail here. Just give me one moment.
And then we'll do a giveaway after that, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we do got stuff to give away, and we're down to 45 minutes. So
okay, we've got a voicemail here from Vash.
Okay, Vash, what's up?
Vash, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Mooch and Crap? Yeah, I was in the market for another controller for my Forza console, and I was thinking about going with the Elite controller, maybe the Gears one, but I don't know about the 90-day warranty. So, if you have any thoughts, recommendations on that, let me know. Hook me up with that Xbox Live. Hit
it. Nice. I love the plug at the end. That's a true Mooch. I love it. That's what I do too, buddy. I don't blame you one bit.
He was wondering about the 90-day warranty.
Well, the warranty thing, here's my thing. Let's answer his first part, Crap. He wants to know about the Elite controller. The Elite controller is the way to go. Number two, I'd say don't get the Gears one. Just go get the regular one unless you're a gearhead.
And then get a game too, because you can get, like, that thing's expensive.
Yeah, it's $200.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, you're better off just getting a regular Elite controller and then a game.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
I don't know what he means about the warranty, Crap. What's that all about?
I guess like there's only a 90-day warranty on those things. I think if you get them at like Best Buy, you can get an extended warranty. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Is it really an issue? Are these things breaking a lot? I haven't really heard of many people's breaking.
I haven't heard of anybody's breaking.
And we got a call. MNC Mornings. What do you want?
What do you want? So love it. What can I do for you?
Am I on? Good afternoon, gentlemen. It's London calling. I called you on the first show. I just want to say a few things. Good you got through the hurricane prep. And what I want to say is, the scores. I was thinking, this might sound a bit crazy, but say if they categorize games into what they are, like racing games, shooting games, and so on. For example, Gears and Forza got good scores, but they're two separate games. So if Forza scored like a 91 and Gears got an 86, what does that mean? Because to some person, a driving game is better than a first-person shooter, for example. Right. So would it be an idea to put games into categories and score them that way? Because then you'd understand you know, what that means. Also, reviews, the bias, media, yes, I totally agree. My opinion is the people you get on like the No, GameSpot, IGN, they're all millennials who grew up, you know, with PlayStation when they were young, and they fell in love with the thing basically. And then with the whole Xbox launch thing, I think when Microsoft was said, okay, let's do things this way, those young people, they tend to be very petulant. You know, they're like, when they told what to do, they're like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do the complete opposite, in which case that would be get the PS4.
Right.
And with some of the chat saying about Shane being an Xbox gamer, come on, man, seriously? What Xbox and Microsoft are delivering are AAA games. Services are brilliant. Your Xbox Live Gold. I mean, I got the Battlefield 4 with all the DLC for £3.74 because I got the extra discount because I'm a gold member. That game was £50 or £60 brand new, and I got it recently because Battlefield 1's coming out. But I thought that was a bargain. And then I like the flash sales they have every now and then. You're getting games for less than £20, which is about $25, which is also a bargain. And you get, you know, not getting delays as much as we do with Sony. Sony is just delay. How is that for the gamer? Really, truly, tell me. Someone explain that to me, how they're promising all these games which are 3 years away, and then they get delayed anyway. And yeah, that was a bit of a rant, but oh yes, and you know, Xbox One sales up here in England 1,000%, which is, it shows you, you know, I think you guys should have more of a Europe. Not that, you know, it's a bad thing, but there's a lot going on in England, in Europe, that maybe you guys aren't aware of. Iron Wolf, he should be on point and delivering the facts, like he says, but there's more to the story here in the UK, definitely, because we're not as, don't take this the wrong way, we're not as stupid as Sony think we are as gamers. We could, you know, a lot of my friends who are on the fence about upgrading to a Xbox One S, the fact that it's got ultra high HD Blu-ray player is very important. It's very important. And Sony are dumb thinking, oh yeah, people just stream shit. No one has the bandwidth. You have to have fiber optic broadband to have 4K streaming, and that stuff is rolling out, but very slowly. So, you know, putting in the UHD Blu-ray player was a big mistake, in my opinion, because I'm all for 4K and I'm getting those discs. And keep up the good work, guys. It's good to speak to you. I'm sorry I went on for a bit. Thanks a lot.
No, that was a great call, actually. He was like,
that was fine, London. That was cool.
That was really good. Like that was a really good take. You know what? Look, a lot of people are trying to downplay the 4K Blu-ray drive. You know, Sony messed up by not including it. Why they didn't include it? Your guess is as good as mine. 2 reasons probably. Maybe to save that extra, you know, $2 per console, and because they want to release a standalone for $300. So they want to make you pay $700 to get the PS4 Pro and then also have a 4K Blu-ray player. That's a ripoff. You know what I mean? Just pay $299, get an Xbox One S. It's going to upscale to 4K as well. It's going to be a 4K Blu-ray player. It's going to do true HDR, unlike that fake nonsense HDR from the PS4 launches and whatnot. So, yeah, it's like, you know, you get the best of both worlds, you know, and I'm glad. Look, the UK, I love those guys, man. I'm a big, I like a lot of the UK music and stuff. Well, mostly, I like Beatles and Rolling Stones and all that stuff. So, you know, so yeah, I'm a big fan of that. You know what I mean? I always say Xbox, and you say it too, Mooch, Xbox does really well and has to do really well in the US, the UK, and it does really well in places like Mexico and Brazil. So yeah, I think that's really good, man.
Let me step away from the call for a minute. There's a guy in the chat. His name is Your Hipster Dad. Let me talk to him for a minute because he doesn't. Okay. You could tell he's either 5 years old or he's 30 years old with a kindergarten degree. What he doesn't seem to understand is one or the other. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out soon. He's saying, you know, he sends out the
Ultimate Party Pony.
Well, perfect. There's the pony sound. So, you know, here's the thing with this guy. He says, well, Gears 1, Gears 2, Gears 3, Gears 4, and he showed the Metacritic scores going all the way down. And he goes, this is just Gears after Gears after Gears. And I'm like, Uncharted 4 is the same as all the other Uncharteds. And it also shows the ridiculousness that is the gaming media and how biased they've become to show. You know what I mean? He goes, we're talking about different games here. No, we're not talking about different games, buddy. We're talking about games within their own category. Okay, Gears of War 4, okay, is different than, yes, it's Gears of War. You're going to blame Gears of War for being Gears of War? Who the hell wants to go see Godfather 4 and it's about fucking, like, you know, relationships and, you know, and psychotherapy and things? And no, it's a Godfather. It's a mafia movie, right? So Gears of War 4 can't be penalized for being God of War and Gears of War. And you also can't penalize Uncharted for being like Uncharted. See, this is the problem with the idiots out there is stop listening to the media. Stop listening to an idiot. And that London guy just actually nailed it. That's the problem with these millennials these days. That's the problem with these kids that are running. Their first console was a PS2. You know what I mean? So they don't know any better. They have their only allegiances to PlayStation. You know, who gives a shit about actual, like, Metacritic? Gears of War 4 is a masterpiece. The game is mechanically sound. The story's great. Like the online's insane.
What's funny is I hear nothing but good things about it. It's got more content than ever. They're giving you free maps. Like, all this stuff proved like better than the predecessors, right? And then it scores a little bit lower. That just goes to show you how far. Look, previous generations till this one, the media did what the media. They actually reviewed games. They covered games. Oh, we got a caller.
Yeah, we not only have a call, we have a winner.
We have a wiener.
Nice.
You're live on Mooch and Crap.
Hey, guys, this is a Crapaholic coming. Wonderful Las Vegas. How you guys doing? Good to have you back, Crap. I get out there and make some more videos so I can watch them. I got a few questions for you guys. The first one being, where the hell is Crackdown 3? You think they're saving that for Scorpio? The second one is, do you think the NES Classic will win NPD for November? And my third and least important question, do you think Respawn got their marketing advice from Hello Games?
That's good. Nice. Good call, man. Good call. Take it away. He's a crapaholic.
So just to let you guys know, that was Justin Britt, and he actually won. He called in. He said he caught the pony.
Okay, so you'll have to contact Jay on Twitter, and then after the show, Jay will DM you the winning code for the 3-month gift card. Thanks to J Dot, and you can check out J Dot's description to his Twitch because he's looking to get some followers up and things like that. Okay, so his he had a few questions, right? Where's Crackdown 3? I think Crackdown 3 needs more time. They're trying to get like this whole cloud stuff all worked out. So I think that's probably going to be maybe a holiday release next year with Scorpio. It's going to release on Xbox One as well. What was his other questions?
He also had mentioned, well, I don't know. He said Crackdown 3, and then he got into is Respawn using Hello Games.
Oh yeah,
which is a jab, but the truth.
Yeah, you know what? They're not doing themselves any favor, especially with the amount of games coming out right now. Because to be honest with you, it's like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Gears, Mafia. There's a lot of stuff going on, and theirs is like the least impressive. So, you know, they had to win some Xbox fans over, and they failed to do so. So
yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think that I think Respawn, man, I'll tell you something. I am totally, you know, all those GIFs that we see on Twitter where people are sitting there eating popcorn. That's going to be me on October 28th. I'm really going to sit there and just watch and see how they do. I think Titanfall 2 is going to be an absolute bomb. I think it's a bomb, and it's multiple reasons. It's the bad press. It's the bad management decisions that they've made at Respawn. It's also the game. Let's be honest. Forget all this other stuff. It's all nonsense. The game is not the game that Xbox fans like. I think you're going to get very few people on the Xbox camp to buy your game. I know a lot of hardcore people aren't buying it. They're shifting their attention to either Gears 4 multiplayer, Call of Duty, or Battlefield 1. So Titanfall 2 is already in grave danger of becoming some sort of a flop. Which is awful. It's actually an awful thing to say. It hurts me to say it because Titanfall was such one of my favorite games this generation, and Titanfall 1 will continue to be one of my favorite games. Unfortunately, Titanfall 2 is going to fall into that same thing that most movies fall into, where sequels end up being a flop.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think it's going to do that good either. I think it'll be interesting to see how it does. I think that it could end up in the vault rather quickly. Like, look, we're already getting. What the hell is that game?
Star Wars is coming into the vault.
Yeah, they're putting Star Wars Battlefront into the vault, and they're also putting that Mirror's Edge Catalyst into the vault already this year. So, I mean, that's paying for itself. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to be able to play that, which I actually think Star Wars plays good. That'd be a good game night game, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because you can do like larger teams versus larger teams in private matches. So I think that would actually be a good game night. But congratulations to him for winning. And we actually have we should give something else away too. But let's do a voicemail first. So we have another voicemail, Jay?
Yeah, 1 second. We have one from Edward.
Edward. That's a tough sounding name. Edward.
It is.
Let's hear it.
Hi, this is Nick from
Jesus.
Dallas. I have a question. What do you think of the 1 to 10 rating system that journalists typically use for video games? And would you use the system if you were a journalist, or would you replace it with a 1 to 5 system or a similar system, or something totally different entirely, or totally not use it? Thank you.
Crap,
Okay.
you're gonna have to say that. I didn't hear that.
He wanted to know what do we think about the rating system 1 to 10 as far as journalists used. If maybe we think they should replace that with something else. I'm not really a journalist, but I use the 1 to 10. And for me, how I do it is like 8, 9, 10, obviously great games. 7, kind of average. You know, once you drop into under the 5s and 5, like up to 5, that's a broken game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
6 would have a lot of problems, glitches, issues, things like that.
I don't have any problems with the 1 to 10, but I want to go back to our caller that called in a little while ago, London. I think he said basically, I agreed with him. What we should change is the genre, the groupings, right? So you shouldn't judge Gears of War 4 on the same plate that you judged Forza Horizon 3.
Or, like before that guy called in because he won the pony thing on the sound, right? Like, I think I was saying that just goes to show you how far the industry has changed 6 years ago. Like, Gears 3 came out, I think, in 2010 or 11. Like, that's, 5, 6 years ago. That was back in the world where they actually put some pride and thought into their reviews. You know what I mean?
That's my point. That's what I wrote in the chat. That's what I was writing to that hipster dad guy. I was basically saying that's how times have changed. Don't look at the numbers and think that it's the same people. Now you have a bunch of people there. Like the guy who reviewed back in Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, that guy's long gone. Now you've got this pimpled kid who was behind the camera. Everyone's left IGN. They're like, hey, the kid who just got us donuts. Put the donuts down. Come here. You wanna review this? And he's like, yeah, sure. Of course I do. That's why I'm here. Great. You have no experience, nothing at all. You're 19 and a half. Review this game. That's my whole point. And that's who's really doing a lot of these, And I know people are gonna go, no, Mooch, that's not true. Gears was done by Ryan. Yeah, Ryan gave it a 9.2. Ryan didn't do Gears 1. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't there for that whole everything in the office was different back in IGN back in the day. You can just go back and watch some of their older reviews. They reviewed the game. They broke down the game. Now it's a lot of this nonsense like, well, we did feel a technical flare-up in the 4th act. And it's like, what?
Yeah. What? Well, I also want to point this out, right? That Gears Judgment was the last Gears, and that scored in the 70s. So you have a new developer taking the reins. You have dubious. We live in a world where Xbox is not really looked at favorably. You had a few different places, Jimquisition, and who's notoriously hates Xbox, give it a 7. You had those. You take away the 3 7s, man. I think it's closer to a 90.
So let me address another guy in the chat here because apparently, listen, Indian Socks. Let me explain something to you for a second, okay? You completely misunderstood everything, apparently. This is the problem. A lot of people need to be spoon-fed. Let me spoon-feed you for a second, buddy. You guys canceling pre-orders over a blue disc. No, that's not what I said at all.
Nobody did that.
If you want to go back way before, okay, on all the channels, I don't care if you listen to mine or Craps or BGST, my problem with Titanfall 2 is the game. Number 1, it's the game. Titanfall 2 is nothing but a crumb to its original to its predecessor. Like you have to understand that that's the main reason. What we are saying is though, Respawn has a major marketing deal with Microsoft. Why would you promote the other brand? Doesn't that just seem wrong in any category? Not just gaming. McDonald's, Burger King, Nike, Reebok, Coke, Pepsi. Okay, you can't listen. The NFL has a deal. I believe this happened a couple of years ago with Gatorade. This is a couple of years ago. It's not this year. And whoever won the Super Bowl showed up to the post-podium being like, woo, we just won the Super Bowl. And he was drinking a Powerade. He got slapped with a $25,000 fine because wasn't Gatorade.
Not only
Because
that,
you can't do that.
If you play basketball or football and you wear like the other the non-sanctioned shoes or whatever, like I guess it's not Nike or I don't know exactly what it is in basketball, but if you wear like your own brand of shoes, you get fined for that. And in the NFL too, you have to wear what they tell you know what I mean, whatever you have a deal with. Like, okay, look, Microsoft has that deal with the Surface, right? With the NFL. They really go out of their way to market that as Surface because they don't want them calling it an iPad.
That's my point.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. I mean, so anyways, it's got nothing to do with that Indian sock. So listen, do me a favor. Don't just write something when you're uninformed. Know what you're talking about first. No one ever said cancel it because of a blue disc. Nobody gives a shit about the blue disc. The game, first of all, is it's not prepared. The game should be launched next year. The game's not ready. When you have an alpha test and then you go back to change speed and wall running and this and that, that means the game's not ready in 8 weeks.
And we got a phone call, Mooch. We have to simmer down a little bit.
Sorry about that. Hold on.
MC Mornings.
Too much coffee today.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. It's Java and Go from Twitter. A big listener of the show. I basically check out all you guys' content. I game with Crap a few times on game night. Mooch, I still haven't gotten your gamer tag yet. I gotta do that so we can game sometime. Basically, Crap. I'm down here in Florida. Actually, I'm in Deerfield Beach, like right on the border between like Boca. We got it pretty bad, but like nothing got broken outside. Like a few lines were down and trees and stuff. But for the most part, like today, earliest morning, I spent the time like taking down my shutters and board I had put up over my window. So it's good to hear that you got your power back. Yeah, my power didn't go out or anything. I gamed right through the night. The question I want to ask though, I'm wondering like why like parts of the Xbox community are so tough on BGST members. Like, you know what I mean? You guys basically put on so much people throughout this community, and it's never cool to like look at what you do for people and be like, well, you know, we give you guys shine coming in our channels or whatnot. But I feel like when things happen to you guys, like everyone basically like look away. You know, no one like jumps in and defend you or defend Zaire or defend Crap. You know, and I don't like that, bro, because I think that you guys, you know, you try your best to be peaceful and try your best to like let other people come on your channels and give them shine. And I feel like this whole Titanfall thing, you know, I feel like no one like jumped out and like, you know, Mooch wasn't trying to be a dick or anything. He was just looking out for the community. And I feel like no one ever comes to you guys' rescue, and you guys do it all the time for everyone. So that's it. I know this was long, but have a good show, guys. I'm here listening.
Yeah, first of all, that was the nicest thing ever, Crap, to be honest with you. That was one of the nicest call-ins ever. Thank you for recognizing what me and Crap have been saying for a long time. I kind of feel like what he's saying basically is how we kind of feel like the United States has been like the world police, right? Since like the end of World War II. But yet the United States gets shit on by every country and like the media. So it's the same thing here. It's like all we ever try to do on BGST, Xbox Nation, or Crossfire, and I'll speak for everybody, and if I'm wrong, Crap, please stop me. We always do what he just said. We always try to bring on new people to our shows. Every week on Crossfire, I bring on at least one new guest. Sometimes it's a guest that has way more subs. Sometimes it's somebody who has way less subs. It's not about the subs. It's about bringing more people together. On BGST, we just speak our minds and we try to speak the truth. We speak the truth from our heart. That doesn't mean you have to agree with us. But what he's saying is all we ever get is we never get any love. Like when we made the Titanfall 2 comments, all we ever got was harsh words from a lot of people. And it's like, and even
people were like, oh man, these guys are crazy, because they thought it had to do with the disc. Like, well, and I even did videos on this. It wasn't the disc. It just felt like they were just trying to shove that disc down our throats, though. Like they retweeted it, then the Respawn thing retweeted it, and then they wouldn't let it go. And then you had Polygon cover it and take Zaire's tweet, and then he gets death threats and gets all this stuff. Look, I've gotten the threats. Everybody's gotten the threats. Yeah. We've all got the trolls. We've all been like, they take our stuff and put it in the media, make us look like bad guys. And here's the thing, right? And I'm not taking credit for all this. Like everybody knows, like, and there's a lot of good podcasts out there. Like I saw GKB and She Wolf, they were doing a good show with you. You were on their console corner, and I was like, man, they're good. I'm gonna bring them into Xbox Nation, try to help them out. You know, everybody will say Crap tries to help people out. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Sometimes it does. You know what I mean? Like, but I try. You know, but the thing is with the community is a lot of the community is quick to turn their back on you. You know what I mean? And forget what you did for them. You'll never notice BGST. We don't sit there and air each other's dirty laundry or get pissed off at each other in pub. You know what I mean? None of this stuff. Like, we handle our own selves and we have each other's back. So that's what matters. Like, I don't care that people want to hate on BGST or whatever. We're right sometimes. We're wrong sometimes. But look at the how often we've been right. DX12 with all this stuff. We said the PS4 Pro, we had the specs and stuff. We were sitting there telling this stuff for months. We said it didn't look like it was going to have a 4K Blu-ray drive. You know, we were right about so much stuff, and we don't get the credit for it. You know what I mean? And that's fine. There weren't any really pro Xbox podcasts like there are now. Now there's one every day of the week, and it's great. I love being able to tune into a Xbox podcast every single day of the week. It's awesome.
Too. I enjoy listening to everyone's podcast. I really do. And I just wish that people would stop. The thing is, you don't understand, as the community, you're the ones in charge, not us. We're only doing the content. It's you who's in charge. That's why this show's so important, to hear the people. Let you guys speak. Let you guys say your words. And here's the thing. So when people go, oh, there goes BGST again, or BGST is bad, don't think you don't have a voice because you don't have a YouTube channel. Tweet out to that person that says that. Don't let these people tell you what you're listening to is bullshit. Let them know that what you're listening to is what you want to listen to, and maybe you do believe it. Maybe you don't. But let them know. Like, you have more power than we do. And that's the part, like, you know.
And you know what? It's unfortunate because you have all these haters. Like, do you remember how many people were like, well, once crap, you know, they tried to get in your head, like, well, and they did this to Z, they did it to everybody. Oh, once crap reaches this many subs, he's out of BGST. Or once this happens, this is going to happen. Once this happens, this is going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, so many armchair quarterbacks. It's like, you know what? We have fun with it. You know what I mean? And I think now that, like, K-Mega's in the mix, it's fun. Like, after the last week's show, man, I was like, that was the most fun I've had in a long time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just there's just something about that show that, you know, people tune in, they love it. You know what I mean? They want to hear what we say. It's not censored. It's not filtered. You know what I mean? And that's fine. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it. It's just like that. As far as I'm concerned, that show put a lot, or the reason, you know, that a lot of these shows are out right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if people, it's not me being cocky. That's just the truth, you know? Like, we took the hits for everybody to come behind us. You know what I mean? We were the shield.
It really is true, and listen, that's the same thing here. Like, I told Crap this off air. I think it was just 2 months ago. I said BGST is the straw of the drink. Okay, so the drink is made up of all these other Xbox podcasts, but the thing is nobody was doing them when it wasn't cool. You know, and all we've ever spoken, we're not, like Crap said, we're not right all the time. It's not about being this. I said this, and I'm right. That doesn't mean anything. Who cares? We get on with weekly news and we report on how we feel things are going in what nature. And as you can tell from BGST, listen to any show, we don't all agree. Yeah. Me and Crap have banged heads. Me and Zaire are going back and forth. Me and Tim have gone back and forth. You know, like there's no, this isn't just, we don't just all get on BGST and be like, okay, all in unison now. Xbox, you know, like we don't do that. That's not like we don't
how
that.
How many times did me and Z go back and forth over
or
Pro? And then, you know what I mean? There was like, look, but there's never any kind of lingering. There's no, you know what I mean? We're allowed to have difference of opinion. That's why people are all like, you guys need to get us a pony in the mix. And I'm like, no, we don't.
No, we don't.
Like, that's not going to really accomplish anything. We don't, you know, even on Xbox Nation, you and I think She-Wolf got into it this past week, me and you a little bit, because I said I was going to be at 10 Prestige on Call of Duty 4 Remaster. You and GKB got in it really good the week before when you had some wine. Yeah. Like, I mean, look, but yeah, everybody's still friends. You know, it's good discussion, and not everybody has to agree, and that's the cool part of it. But I think we should give away a $10 gift code for Xbox Live.
Yeah, what do you want to do, Crap? You want to do the next call?
Yeah, let's go. Whoever calls in next, tell Jay you want to win. You got to have Twitter, though, because you're going to have to be able to contact him and DM him on Twitter. But call in, say you want the $10 Xbox Live code, and then you'll get it. Yeah.
This one guy in the chat, the friendly neighborhood blue shell, he goes, Mooch, I think you just have to choose your words very carefully and calculated when dealing with the developers. No, I don't. You know why I don't? They don't pay me.
Yeah.
I don't have to choose my words at all. I'm going to choose the words that I want to say. And let me tell you something, a lot of people feel how I feel. I don't need to sit here and kiss the developer's ass. You know what else I do? When I bring my expensive car in for service, guess what? I don't kiss that guy's ass either. You know, because I paid a premium price for my car. So
and here's the thing, like people acting like we don't,
Choose
nobody
my
has the right
words
to get pissed
carefully.
off. Yeah. It's like, you know, like, oh, well, you don't have the right to get pissed off. Everybody has the right to get pissed off. You know, I don't see any Xbox dudes. I looked at the threads. Nobody was threatening this guy. Nobody was doing anything. You know what I mean? It's okay to be angry. You know, so I think that that's perfectly fine. It's not like
It's
we were
not
pulling.
about, it's not even angry crap. It's making our point. It's what we're doing to show people the other side of what the mooch, what mooch and crap and Zaire, what we think versus what the gaming media. I don't have to choose my words carefully.
Yeah.
Listen, once I start getting paid by Respawn, then you'll see a whole nother mooch out there, right? But until that day comes, that's not happening. Watch what I have to say.
Yeah,
no, I do this so I say what I want to say. Blue turtle shell
Exactly.
guy.
So
Fuck
take
your
that
name
and
is.
shove it up your ass. Hey Jay, do drop one, will you?
Yeah, give us a drop.
Give us a
I need a break. That's great.
I think I got Jay taking calls too, and I'm like, do a drop. So
Jay, do it. Yeah, we're like, Jay, give us a call. Jay,
yeah,
give us a
give us
drop.
a call, do a drop, and he's like, damn it.
Mooching crap in the morning, practicing healing through humor, including the use of parody and hyperbolic statements pulled from their collective backsides. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
It's a great job.
I love my edit. Because that's that really like sarcastic ha 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 ha.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think people forget what we're doing on here. We get on YouTube and spend good 10 to 12 hours a week because we're giving you our opinions. We do have a call. Let's take that call.
We have a winner and a call.
A wiener.
Nice.
Who is it?
Hello. Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Aaron. I've been a fan since last year before I bought my Xbox. Like, I was looking up at your podcast before I went and bought the Xbox One, and I said Xbox One is better than PlayStation 4, so I just went ahead and got that. That's all I wanted to say. Love the show, and thank you.
Well, you know, first of all, Jay, make sure you get his information because I'm gonna send you a picture of that $10 code.
Tweet me, and I will.
Say again, Jay.
Jay Williams, graphic god. Hello.
Just chatting with him, making sure he gets me his information so I can.
Okay, no problem. No, what I want to say there is, Jay, that call couldn't have been any better crap with the timing. What he basically said was, I went on, looked at your channel, looked at Mooch's channel, didn't know, felt like Xbox was the right call, and then he went with it based off of what we said.
Yeah.
That's a thank you. Listen, you know, we don't get 5% revenue based off of that from Microsoft. We're telling you that we both own PS4s. I'm telling you right now. So last night, I went and turned on my PS4. I was like, I'll play a Blu-ray movie off of it. Right? So I turned it on. Crap, this is a good story. I turned it on, and I get what's known on the internet is the blue flashing light of death. I got it on my controller. It just starts flashing blue like crazy. It's like a light blue. Anyways, I look it up online, and they're like, here's the only thing you can do. Apparently, on the back of your controller, it wasn't the actual console. It was the controller flashing blue. So it says take a toothpick or what is it there? A paper clip and pop the reset button. If that doesn't work, you have to send your entire console back to Sony. I was like, well, that's just fucking great.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
like 2 hours of use, you've used it.
So I've used it for about, whatever it took to beat Uncharted 4. That's all I've played on it. So, all right, anyways, long story longer. I do that 3 or 4 times, nothing. And I turn to my wife and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I can't believe this is happening. So anyways, I was like, all right, let me do a complete hard shutdown. I ended up rebooting it and I got it to work, but I did read further in the notes, like on the forum, that even if you get it to work, you're probably gonna run into that problem again. So I can't wait to return my PS4 soon. Thanks, Sony. Hell of a product.
Wow.
I've owned now 3 Xbox Ones, all 3 work. All 3 still work. Fucker.
That is interesting. Like you don't even use it. That's funny. Like,
no, maybe that's why.
Yeah. So wow, there's a couple haters in the chat box today, man. But keep on hating.
Who do we got now? Who's up there? Oh, well, of course, the friendly neighborhood blue shell is after I blew him up.
There's someone in.
Look at him.
Blood Dragon. He says crap and mooch are like cult leaders.
Yeah. Look at the friendly blue head. Look at him now. He told me I should choose my words, Wiley. Here's what he writes. I will speak my opinion, and I don't care if Mooch doesn't like what I have to say. So you can speak your words, but I can't speak mine. Hey, Blue Shell, enjoy this block. Get the fuck out of here. Now you can't talk. How about that? That's the old gangster model. Now you can't talk. You're bounced.
Yeah, you're dead to us.
You literally, here's my problem. You can't come in and tell me I have to watch what I have to say, but you can say whatever you want to say. What the hell freedom fucking square are you standing on that I missed? Get the hell out of here.
You know, it's funny. It's like, you know, and I'm usually I think the chat is usually pretty good. With
no, they are. Listen, I don't even mind the blue turtle shell guy. I just, my point is this: you can't say one thing. This is the problem, right? Crap. Anything we say, they flip our tweets around. They flip your words around. Everybody flips things around and they retweet them out on a mass publication, and then they try to make us look bad. That's the funny part about the whole thing. This guy comes in and tells us we have to watch what we have to say, but then he goes, "Don't tell me I can't say what I gotta say." Well, who the fuck are you? What's the difference between you and me? None.
Well, you know. Oh, wow. Okay.
What the hell was that?
That was my dog. He decided that he was going to bark at something.
Oh, okay.
He sounds just as mean as that. 15 pounds of pure terror.
Right.
Damn right. So yeah, like I've been there, right? Like I was the guy that got, I was the guy that canceled my pre-order for a game because other people got to play it, and you can't imagine the hate that I got for that. You know what I mean? Just like Z. I mean, his name ended up like on the Polygon thing. Like people are like tweeting him and stuff because of that. So I think that's unfortunate. Even you, like, weren't you on the know or something, or they responded to you or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
actually, I need 5 seconds. You don't have to.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that basically happens where the media will turn it on us and make us look like we're, like tinfoil hat wearing. We're what's wrong with the quote unquote community. Yeah, She-Wolf, I see. I suck. Plus, I'm looking for She-Wolf. Like there's this bit of audio that I'm gonna have to go back in and I want to get because it's very clean audio where you're like. I was on Xbox Nation last week, and you're like, "Crap, you really are an asshole," or something like that. I was like, "That's gonna be a really great drop because I'm gonna edit that." And it sounds like we got a call. M&C Mornings, what do you want?
Hey, Mooch and Crap. This is Jason again, calling from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I've called you guys before, and you guys brought up something that made me think of something that I would like to bring up to you guys, and I'm gonna try to make this short as possible, but. With you guys talking about the whole reviews and how Microsoft games get, reviewed lower than, PlayStation 4 games, I think this is something even bigger than that. And I've noticed this throughout the, 360 era and the Xbox One era. But look at, let's say, two franchises, the Two Worlds and the Elder Scrolls game. Very close to the same, but one's done with a lower budget. And then the Elder Scrolls actually is the big title. And, Two Worlds had a lot of issues with frame rate and bugs. And, of course, any game with low budget has those issues. But what's something I've noticed is that they get lowered, really low ratings. And yet Bethesda brings out Skyrim, which is a game that's almost unplayable. Especially if you were playing on the PS3, you would step in water and the whole game would lock up. And this was something that was going on for over a year. And it gets praise and it gets high ratings. And I just wanted to see what your guys' feedback, what your guys' opinion about this, that how, these people are like basically paying off for good ratings, but yet here's these lower, budget companies trying to do their best and try to come up with new ideas. And they're just getting slammed down to the ground and they can't go anywhere. And that's pretty much it. And also, Crap, I hope your Goonie treasure hunting's going really well. And I hope your basket's full of treasure. Later, guys.
That's great. That's awesome.
So, my Goonies treasure hunting. Hey, okay, so Blood Dragon, he says sounds like the callers are handpicked. Feel free. Ponies can call in. MC Space Mornings. In fact, you'll get moved to the front of the fucking line. I guarantee it. Don't be surprised if you get forced by the end.
PMS Jordan keeps complaining we don't bash her. Call in.
Yeah,
it'll probably happen.
Yeah, just call in and we'll be like, we'll play the little pony sound. Give us a pony sound, Jay. Come on. Jay's probably like busy doing all kinds of stuff.
Jay's like, I can't do that right now. I'm doing 8 other things. I'm the producer. God damn it.
I think he was doing it, but
so
we were talking. Hey, we did get a pony caller once. Look, we don't turn down calls. You call in and you get on the show. I mean, it's pretty simple actually. And it's very simple. It's pretty easy. And so it's interesting. I'm digging it. Do we have anything else to give away today? or are we not giving away? Don't you have like
Well,
Gears of War?
I have Gears of War 3. I have Gears of War, I think Judgment and Gears 1. So I've got codes.
So hey, let's give away Gears of War. Well, we'll just give away one of those. If you want one or need a particular one, just call up right now, MC Space Mornings, and then we will just say which one you want.
Right.
And we'll go ahead and give that to you. MC Space Mornings. If you want either Gears 3, Gears Judgment, or Gears 1.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So if you want any of those, they're backwards compatible on Xbox One, digital download codes, or if you still are stuck in the Stone Age on the 360, you can download it and play it there. You poor souls. Poor souls.
BMS Jordan, call in because she's been wanting to call in.
Yeah. Feel free. I wish. Hey, there's no need to get like shy or anything. Just call in, have a good time. We had Fox on here call and sing and everything. So yeah, you guys should feel free to like call in. Even if you're we got a call.
Jordan says, he goes, I don't have Skype. It's free.
What's your crap? What's going on? Good to hear that you're good, crap. Mooch, had fun with your Friday night. That was a blast. Definitely got to do that again. Question. Do anybody happen to know the sales of Sony right now? They've been kind of quiet. Let me know. And thanks. Peace.
Yeah, I think that was Bam Bam. That's great. No, Bam, to be honest with you, good point. To be honest with you, you got Sony's, they were at 43, 45, and then 3 weeks ago at the reveal of the PS4 Pro, they dropped down to 40. So listen, whether you want to believe 45, 43, or 40, here's what you can believe, people. Sony's full of shit. Because no matter what, they gave you 3 numbers, which is true. That's up to you. But all I can tell you is this: they're full of shit.
They're fool people. You know what I mean? Like anybody that doesn't see, like I had somebody, what was it? I think it was Omazio or somebody in the chat during the beat. What is that? Is that a caller?
No, I think it was just it makes that sound effect every once in a while.
Okay. But I was gonna say we had somebody that was like, but Sony said they were at like 43 million 7 months ago. And I'm like, that's the point. Right? They said they were at like 43, 44 million 7 months ago. And now just at this event, they said, oh, well, we only have 40 million now. You know what I mean? It's clear that they were, you remember? Because I was on that whole ship, Mooch. I was like, they'll probably have 50 million by the time the Neo comes out.
And I was pounding my fist during that show. I'm like, stop giving Sony credit. I'm like, stop it. They're not that good. They're not good. They're not. Listen, this is another holiday with no games. No games. There's nothing coming out. I mean, if me and you had a pro Sony channel right now, do you know how boring this show would be? Crap. So
I know what I would be doing if I was a pro Sony channel. I'd be doing videos about other guys and doing exposed videos and stuff. That's kind of what I would be doing. But yeah, look, even their Gravity Rush 2, which wasn't a big deal anyway, but that even got delayed. So what's up, GKB? Glad to see you taking a break from cleaning up after the storm and that you're in the chat.
Put that broom down, play some Gears, GKB. We got a call.
Oh, is this a wiener, Jay?
We have a wiener.
We have a wiener.
Nice.
Go ahead. You're live at Mooch and Crap.
Hey, Mooch. Hey, Crap. Hey, Crap. Nice to hear that you're alive. Just calling to ask if anybody knows the units sold between Halo 5 and Uncharted 4, because everybody on the PlayStation camp seems to think that Uncharted 4 is the bee's knees, and that's all I needed to know. I'll wait for the answer. Thanks.
The bee's knees.
People on the PlayStation.
Watch MNC Mornings where you hear people calling and say bee's knees.
Listen, the PlayStation camp also thinks the DualShock 4 is a hell of a controller. So just that alone discredits them.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just to let us know that was David Pruitt.
Okay, David Pruitt. And which one did he want? Did he say which game he wanted?
He wanted the Gears code.
Yeah, but we were like, you can let us know which one, Gears 3, Judgment, or 1.
Oh.
So he'll have to, just DM him.
Well, he's gonna. Well, I'll give. You know what we'll do? I'm gonna give him Gears. I'll give him Gears 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
So.
that way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, somebody just dropped the Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts code in the chat. I love the community, man. I know, like sometimes we might not always get along with everybody or whatever, but the community in general, I think, is a good thing. And you're not always going to be able to get along with everybody, but. Got South Carolina East Coast checking in. Hell yeah, man. Nice.
Yeah, let me tell you something. So, to get back to his question, though, about, like, Halo 5 crushed Uncharted 4. And people go, how do you know? I like how people say, how do you know without sitting in a meeting? I don't know. I think in life sometimes can't you just put things together, people? Are we so like compliant on computers and just all these things that have to be presented to you? You can't figure things out for yourself. We have was it Frank O'Connor crap?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
said 5 million in 3 months.
He went on NeoGaf just to shut somebody up, which you got to love that. And he says we were at over 5 million in the first 3 months, and now I mean the game's been on sale. I mean it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility to think 10 million. This is Halo. They're still giving free content updates on this. It's the most populated Halo since Halo 3. You know what I mean? It's doing that good. So I think that. Like that's the big difference.
But the difference between Uncharted 2 and Halo, okay, just so people can realize, Halo has this longevity in multiplayer. Like Crap just said, they're giving away new stuff every couple of months. So the Halo community is massive. Nobody's playing Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So what happens with a game like Uncharted, okay, is the sales are spiked in the beginning, right? 2.7 million is what they reported in the first, whatever it was, 2 weeks or a month or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a drastic decline after that. Nobody 5 months later is like, I missed that Uncharted 4, but I heard that Uncharted 4 multiplayer is the bee's knees.
Yeah.
I got to get in on that. No, nobody says that because nobody wants to play Uncharted 4 multiplayer. Nobody, except for the diehard ponies that have channels that pretend they're PC guys. We all know who we're talking about. Like, people who do that are just ridiculous. They're the vocal minority. They're the vocal minority. So my point is 3 months in, you have 5 million in sales. Halo 5 probably still somewhere, I would say probably around 6-7 million copies, right, sold, maybe even more.
I would say 7 to 10 because, like I said, you could get it for remember they did a sale. They let everybody play it for free for a whole week, and they had it on sale that week for $30.
$30, yeah.
For a lot of people, you can get it like
Uncharted
the physical
has been
for
the same
20 or 30,
price. Yeah, it's been the same price. 2.7, it's a drastic decline. I would say you're probably looking, I'm going to play safe numbers. I would say Halo's at 7 million, and I would say Uncharted's probably at 4.2, between 4 and 4.5. And then that's it. It's dead. Uncharted 4 is done, where Halo will continue to sell for the next year or two. It's just the way it is.
It's because those games. Oh, we got another call. M&C Mornings. What do you want?
All right.
Yeah. Yo.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Continue. Yes.
Hello.
Continue.
All right. Hello, it's Mr. Zombie Killer.
What
up? From Chicago.
What up?
Okay. Got a question. It seems like you guys been dropping codes like it's the live stream from Gears 4. But my question is Halo Reach just got a huge update from the back compat, and it's working great. And is there any Gears 4 codes to get? Just kidding, 'cause I'm not a Sony pony. I already got mine. Great show. Hope everyone's okay. Thanks.
Oh, this guy's taking joke lessons from Assassin.
Yeah, that was right from there. It was.
That's the joke.
That's the joke. That was awesome. He's like, any Gears of War 4 codes? Just kidding. Not a pony. Already got it. Peace.
Well, I mean, this game is going to do really well, and I'm sure we're going to hear. What's funny is everybody's already playing it. You know what I mean? And it hasn't even really technically come out until Tuesday. So I think that's fantastic.
A good point, Crap.
Yeah.
There's so many people playing Gears. I forgot it's not even out yet.
That means they paid $100 for that. You know what I mean?
That means Microsoft just capitalized an extra $40 for free, and it's all digital too, pretty much, right?
Is that a phone call, BJ?
I think so.
It's a phone call.
MC Mornings, what do you want?
Pull up to the second window where Crap is.
Yes.
Hey, Mooch and Crab, what's up, bro? I was just gonna ask if you think Halo 4 is gonna outsell Halo 3 since gaming's bigger now. Since Halo 3 sold 15 million and now sold all PlayStation exclusives combined, I was just wondering if Halo 4 could top that. Thank you.
Do you mean Halo 4 or Halo 5?
Does he think Halo 5 will top Halo 3? Is that what he's saying?
I would answer it that way.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Like, the third year was the year that Xbox 360 took off. It sold something like 16 million, and a lot of that was on the back of games like Call of Duty 4 and Halo 3. Maybe when it's all said and done, it could sell that well. I think you'll probably see 10 to 12 million by the time it's all said and done. I don't see why not. I don't know if it'll Halo 3 for some reason that's like people's, the same way that Sony is people's favorites because they grew up with that. Halo 3 is a lot of people's favorites because they grew up with That was the one that got them into the 360. That's when Microsoft and the Xbox 360 really fought back, and they said, look, Red Ring of Death be damned, we got this console and it's great, and we got the best online and the best controller. Which like they've had the best controller back to back generations. Fantastic. So I think that they're doing a phenomenal job.
Does it have a chance? I mean, I guess it has a chance, but I don't think so. I think, like you said, that was just a different time. That was a different era. People bought differently back then. I don't know. I don't know if Gears of War, or excuse me, pardon me. I don't know if Halo 5 will top Halo 3 sales, but I mean, it doesn't really have to. I mean, 7-8 million. Crap saying 7 to 10. I mean, and we're speculating here. We are speculating.
Speculation.
We only know 5. We know we're over 5. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Which I still say this. We know we're over 5, Crap, and I would say that Uncharted is under 5.
Yeah. I would have. You know what? If Uncharted hit 5, Sony would be shouting it from the rooftops.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that was their big game, and you know what I mean? You would figure, okay, just think about this, right? People want to say that the Xbox One hasn't sold very well. Probably down to 16 million now to some ponies, but still Halo 5 managed to do those numbers, right? And supposedly PS4 has quote unquote double the sales, and Uncharted 5 can't even get 5 million. You know what I mean? Like, I think that goes to tell you a lot of what's going on with the industry and things like that. So it's Microsoft, they're on to something. Hey man, people calling in all the time now. MNC Mornings. I love it.
Bring it on.
Hey Mooch and Crab, this is XP Trigger on Twitter. I talked to you guys recently, and it's also I've talked to Zaire. I just want to say I love the show, and I just have one question. I sent Mooch and Zaire a tweet a couple days ago about it was on Crack Gearing's video. He said there was comments saying that you guys were banned from Xbox and E3, which was untrue. But why do you think Sony guys that keep lying, about you guys? Like they don't trust you guys, something like that. Anyway, thank you.
Well, I'll answer that to start. No one likes to say this, but a lot of people, pardon me, have told me this. It's jealousy, man. Like a lot of people. Some people have YouTube. I don't care. Like Crap does the hit the like button thing. I purposely say that I never say that because, in all honesty, like, it doesn't matter. I get on here because I enjoy to do this. I enjoy it, and I'm also speaking my mind. I mean, if you're not speaking your mind or doing something you enjoy, try and ask anybody to get on and speak 8 to 12 hours a week on a subject if they don't care for it. They just can't do it. So to answer your question, a lot of it's jealousy. A lot of it's because their channels are failing. They don't have people that want to listen to them. They're not inspiring. And the other thing is just hate. I mean, they're doing it because that's something for them to do. Me, Crab, Zaire, anybody, Tim, K-Mega, Showstopper, any of us that kind of come from that nature, that BGST group, and then we say something, we're always under the spotlight, we're always under the microscope, and then people take our words and they twist them and they turn them and then they tweet them out, and it's unfortunate, it's unfortunate. No, and by the way, the thing the Sony guys, everything Sony, anybody that follows a Sony troll, everything they say is a lie.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? Like, whenever I do a video or something, there's different videos that I do, right? I do a video that is based on news, which I will link that in the description. Which, if that happens to end up wrong later on down the line, I wasn't wrong. They were wrong. You know what I mean? I'm just covering that. I don't do the news thing a whole bunch nowadays, but mostly it's just opinions. And my opinion is my opinion. You know what I mean? It's just like, I could think the earth is flat, but I mean, that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't think that, but I'm just saying, people like to run with stuff. No, like somebody had tweeted me that, like, are you banned from E3? Hell no, I'm not banned from E3.
No.
Somebody had said something like, oh, are you banned? Are you blocked from following the Xbox Twitter? No. You know what I mean? Basically, and I'll give you a little, like, this, Mooch. I listen to Bubba Love Sponge. He's local here. So, you're aware of him because he used to be on Sirius as well.
That's right.
He's not allowed to announce like guests that he has on because he's got all these trolls that will try and ruin that for him, right? Like if he's like, hey, well, so I got this person coming on next week. Well, the trolls will contact that person and say, oh, well, Bubba did this and this and this, you know what I mean? Until they cancel, Right. And so basically it's like you throw enough shit against the wall to see what sticks, and that's what these people do, unfortunately. So
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that it's a bit unfortunate and that happens. And I don't really pay attention to it. And this is the thing, right? Like a lot of people and ask me this, and I know that I'm kind of ranting or whatever, and you guys have to bear with me with this, but a lot of people do videos on me or Mooch or Next Gen or BGST or whatever, and quote unquote exposed videos and things like that. And people go, hey, crap, well, how come you never do anything back? And I'll give my 100% honest reason why. Is because I'm better than that. You know, I'm better than them. You know, sometimes I'll have these people with 100,000 subscribers do a video on me, and I've never watched the one. Like people that are like, "Oh crap, are you gonna respond to this?" And I'm like, "No, I don't watch it. I have that bit of you know, that willpower where I don't have to. You know what I mean? I don't care, and I don't watch things. I don't watch things that I'm not interested in. Like my channel is completely optional. I see people that hate on the chat box. Why are you even here? You know what I mean? Like you're not hurting me by saying you suck in the chat box. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's not stopping my channel. It's not stopping my
Well, that's
content.
exactly it. We've got to kind of harp on what you just said, crap. Like I don't listen to anybody, and maybe that's why too, to answer that question. I don't give any play. I never mention anybody's name. I don't mention names of the people that don't like my show or don't like me. I don't mention them. I give them no publicity at all on any of these shows, and that pisses them off. They want me to do that. Kind of like shout out to PMS Jordan, just joking around. But she's like, come on, say my name, say this. See, I'll joke with her. We know her. She's been in our chats for quite some time. But, like, I won't give anybody that's out there that makes videos against us any play. And that's what they want.
Yeah.
They want that feed off of. And I know, crap, you do the same thing. You won't mention names or anything.
Yeah, I don't have a reason to mention names. And it's for, like I said, it sounds like, boy, crap's so full of himself. But, look.
No.
I don't even care about it's not like the subscribers. I could have one subscriber and I still think that I'm better than these people. You know what I mean? Like I don't got to resort to that stuff. I'm having fun. I'm talking about video games. I do the console war thing a little bit, but guess what? I do that with football, man. If I see some Redskins fans today are the enemy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, that's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. And it's not a big deal. I don't take it serious. I don't watch the content that I'm not interested in. I couldn't tell you what these people sound like. You know, they're gonna like if you're that low in content where you got to do videos about people, then hey, God bless you. You know what I mean? Hopefully, speaking my name or putting one of my Jay Williams created thumbnails on your picture will get you. You know, because look, being honest with you, that's free advertising for me. You know what I mean? Or you or whoever. You know, they're never like that's how YouTube works. Like people usually will go back and forth, and then you'll start they'll get subscribers and views. You'll get subscribers and views, and it works out for them. Right. The way it works for me is they don't get any talk, and I get the subscribers and views.
Jay, I don't know if you can do it now, or if we have to wait till next week. But apparently, PMS Jordan did send a voicemail in just now, so I don't know if it's something that has to be done for next week if it's new.
Yeah, we'll have to prep it and then have it ready.
Okay, so she's off the hook this week.
Yeah, well, but yeah, all you guys should be able to call in this week. MC mornings. Guess what we're giving away next week, Mooch?
What's next week's, buddy?
We're giving away 1 year of Xbox Live.
Another year of Xbox Live, everybody. Yes. That's pretty much massive. I mean, listen, we've done, 2 1-year giveaways, a 3-month giveaway.
$10 codes, full game downloads.
I gave away a Halo. We gave away a Halo game. We've got Jay Williams has a Halo Master Chief Collection game to give away as well digitally. Just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, we've got so much stuff, and we want to thank everybody that donates and that helps out. Man, you guys really like the show and things like that. It's awesome. So I think that it's awesome. Ravens are up already 7-0 on the Redskins. So yeah, I got that going for me too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a massacre. I hope you guys kill it.
I hope so, man. I hope so. It's like, you know what? Like I'm not in a real hurry to end the show because nobody filed out yet. You know what I mean? Like I was late to start, so like if we take it a little bit late, your team doesn't play till later.
Yeah, mine's on at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, she will. Like, if you need that Xbox Live, how are we gonna do it? Should we do the voicemail thing again, or should we do something else?
Oh, for next week's?
Yeah, because we should make it big. I mean, I don't want to just be like, oh, here's a year. Like, it should be a big production.
Yeah, we can do something more. Well, we'll come up with it and we'll tweet it out during the week. Hard to kind of come up with it on the show.
Yeah. But it'll definitely require it. Look, Skype is free. You can get it on your phone. You can get it on your tablet. You can get it on your PC.
You know what we should do, crap? We should take another voicemail, though. Jay, you have another one, don't you?
Yeah, we have a special one.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Oh, hi, everybody. This is Yoshita, Crap Gamer, and Mooch. How are you guys doing today? I do not care how you guys are doing. This is Yoshita calling from Sony Studios, and I am so pissed off I did not win a free code. I call every week to try to win free shit because I am broke as fuck. And you guys do not give me damn code. I am so pissed off. Jesus Christ. Oh, anyway, Mooch, I am on Team Mooch this week, just to let you know. And if you let me win, Mooch, Yoshita will send you a free Sony spaghetti. You know, you Italians love that spaghetti, so Yoshita will hook you up. And Mooch, I swear to God, if I do not win this week, Yoshita is coming to GameStop to kick your Mooch ass. Oh.
What the hell's wrong with people? That's great.
You're listening to M&C in the Mornings. As always, remember, you can't take anything they say seriously. It's just jokes. Jokes performed by YouTube professionals, and usually the joke's on them.
That couldn't have been that couldn't have been any better timing, Jay. That's why you're the producer.
Just jokes. Well, to be fair, I messaged him on the side there. I was like, play the just jokes one. I was like, wait, people are gonna take this wrong.
Yeah.
Play the just jokes one. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely. Look, it's just jokes. It's just all a good time, man. We're having fun.
So great.
Yeah.
So great.
And thanks, She-Wolf, for being a good sport and recording those, because what's funny was I was like, okay, I need you to say this, and then I kept on telling, well, no, can you have to be, a little bit more enthusiastic at the beginning, like, you know what I mean? Like I had her re-record them like probably 4 or 5 times, so until I got it, and then I edited them together and sent them to Jay, and Jay's like, wow, these are really good, and I was like, yeah, man, I thought so too. I like that.
They're really good.
And we're looking at also like doing some other stuff. We're gonna incorporate it. Like this show, I have to say, this show's gone flawless. Like the callers all sound good. The voicemails sound good. The only problem was when my mic messed up. So I think that that's awesome. And this show wouldn't be anything without you guys. So you guys always have to. It isn't just like a one-time thing, man. If you're calling all the time. Call in, leave voicemails all the time. Just have fun, joke around, tell your friends. We want to spread like the herps. You know what I mean? We want people to go, hey man, that mooching crab, did you hear about that? And then people are pissed off, like, man, because this is probably one of the best, funnest things on YouTube that nobody's even doing it. I'm actually surprised that there aren't other people trying to copy this already. You know what I mean? Like it's
what it is, crap, is nobody wants to get up in the morning. That's what I'm saying. That's the dedication that we try to say here, is that like this is something we really enjoy to do, and we can definitely see that the audience loves it. I mean, look at we've had up near 350, 365 people on a morning on a Sunday, and now football's on. So kickoff has already started for most games. I don't know how you want to do it, crap. You want to do one? Let's do one more voicemail before we call it a morning.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and do a voicemail for us, Jay.
Okay, this one's from Maddie.
Oh,
nice.
Maddie Beast.
Maddie Beast.
Hey, MC Mornings, it's Maddie Beast here. I just got done picking up the Gears of War Special Edition console, and woo, man, it's nice. I love it. Can't wait to get the thing set up and going. What my question is, I just picked this thing up from GameStop. I tell you, every time I go in there, it seems like less and less people. I don't know how much longer this company can keep going. What do you guys think the future of GameStop is? Is it going to be like a Blockbuster? They're going to start shutting them down? And I'll shut up and listen. Take care.
That's a good question, crap. And I'll be honest with you, he's kind of dead balls accurate, man, because I walked in 3-4 times, one for putting a pre-order in and one I was picking up a game up for my son. And like, there's nobody in there. I mean, there's really nobody in there. I'm wondering if that's why maybe these midnight releases are going, they're going away as well, more and more.
Look at it, right? Like when we used to do midnight releases is because you could get the game home and put it in and there was no install. Like right. I used to go to all the Call of Duty ones. Now it's like a 50 gig install. You're not playing till the next day anyway. So, or like when you get digitally, right? Like I'm coming around a bit with that. I get a lot of like digital stuff because I game shared, so that's easy. You know what I mean? And if you know what I'm saying. And eventually I will end up with both physical and digital anyway. You know what I mean? So Yeah, like you can play it at midnight if you get it digitally, which is cool because you can pre-download. That's something you can't do on there. But you know what GameStop is doing? They're also doing like they're starting to sell retro stuff again. They're selling like figures and stuff. Have you noticed that? They're like, yeah, they sell a lot of like figures.
Well, they've got to up their ante. The entire right side wall now is all figurines and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they need to make money in another way because they're not making it off of games anymore. People are buying digital. You know, and I know crap. This is going to be something that's going to be, don't get me wrong, you have no threat with Microsoft Store sending you buy all your physical discs off Microsoft. So that's not going to go away anytime soon. But the physical thing is going to come to an end. I mean, like when we buy music, I just can't tell you the last time I bought anything music on a disc. I buy everything on iTunes. You know, I mean, it's just the way it is, or whatever company you like, you know, whether it's iTunes or Groove or Spotify or anything you like. That's where people are getting their music now. They're not getting it. No one's going and buying a CD. You know, every car now has a CD player crap, but it also has like an aux, Bluetooth, you know, or some of them have Apple CarPlay for iTunes. Like everything's going digital. So gaming's no different. Movies are digital. Everything is going digital. There's nothing different here. It's just that's the way the trend and that's the way that this the word's not coming to me right now, but this actual like the community's going. I don't know. It's just that it seems like digital's in.
I agree. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Besides that, GameStop doesn't really have as many deals as like, you know, if you're joined like if you join the Best Buy Club or whatever, you get like much more off new games or whatever. You know, people can just order and get stuff like I order from the Microsoft Store. They give me a $15 game code on my Xbox Live account. You know what I mean?
Right.
For everyone that I pre-order. So that's something that they don't do. Now, if GameStop was like, hey, we'll give you a $15 code, then yeah, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that it's definitely, we could see their end soon. And sooner rather than later. And again, next week we're giving away. It'll be on Mooch's channel, which I linked everything in the description. You guys can check that out. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell so you get all the alerts and all that kind of stuff. And we're giving away a year of Xbox Live next week. We've got $10 gift code again. We've got probably game codes and all kinds of other goodies. So I want to thank you guys for the well wishes and stuff like that. Survived the hurricane. Hit that like button before we head out. And Jay, are you gonna play us out, bro? Hopefully. Do we get the actual to the play out to the music? Cue it up.
Yeah, you'll get it. You just got to give me a moment, please.
All right,
okay, you got it. We got.
You can plug BGST tonight.
Yeah, we got BGST probably at 7 to 7:30.
Well, you know what's funny? Listen, I just want to let the audience know there's a good chance that we are having BGST tonight, but if there is a small chance it may be tomorrow night because Tim Dog is questionable. It's like a football game. He's questionable.
He's questionable.
So if he can't make it, we may be moving BGST. But just keep in tune with your Twitter, folks. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll let you know if BGST.
If we move it to Monday, it'll be the best podcast on Monday. So we got that going for us.
Well, there you go, crap.
Yeah. And what do we got, Jay? How's it looking? Jay?
We're good to go.
Let's go. Play us out, Jay.
All right, guys, stay tuned.